What's up, everybody?
What's up, dirty dogs?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're ready to go. They're ready to go. Let's get it.
Approval the minutes of August 7, 2024.
Great. Councilmember Park moves. Councilmember Lee seconds. Next.
Viewer discretion is advised, everybody.
Commendatory resolution.
I'll be high on
for approval.
caffeine today.
Councilmember.
What's up, Dreezy? How are you?
Seconds. Next.
Happy Friday.
Let's run through the agenda.
Yes, sir.
I will be high off of caffeine,
Items
so
1 through 8 are
I can't be held
items
accountable
which
for the
public
things I say
hearings
today.
have been held.
It's caffeine's
The
fault.
committee reports for items 4 through 8 have been submitted and are available
Oh,
online
sure you are,
under
Raggedy
their
Man.
respective council files. Items 9 through 12 are items which public hearings have not been held. Item 13 on the
That's it.
continuation
Allison,
agenda
coffee,
is an
damn.
item for which public hearing has not been held. 10 votes are required for
Fucking Frank.
consideration.
No, Frank.
Okay. Before we get to specials, as I understand, we need to do a reconsideration for an item that was a budget committee item from last week. There's a city attorney has a technical change on that. So can we reconsider Council File 23-0773?
What's up, Hoosier?
And then we'll introduce the substitute
Her
motion,
mask
which
has
is
been gone
basically
for a
just
while.
A slightly less dollar value being
Until November.
Go
That's
ahead.
when it returns.
Yes, sir. Is there a second
Right
on
before
this motion
November.
to reconsider?
You know, late October.
Councilmember
Mr.
seconds.
McCosker.
You'll see it back.
Thank you.
It's gonna save the
So
world.
we
Her
do,
mask.
Take that
Are
vote
those a
now,
bunch
is
of
that correct?
Colombians sitting up front? What do we got?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Let's
Gary.
open the roll on reconsideration. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
Shout out to you and the rest of Scotland.
12 ayes.
Pray for the
Great.
UK.
And
I stand with
we'll
you
actually
guys.
vote on it after public comment, but we do need to read into the record the
Enough of immigrants
the new
coming to the
version,
country and
which, as I mentioned,
spitting
is
on it
basically
and
the same
raising their
thing, but
fucking flag.
a slightly
Fuck
lower
them.
dollar value on the amount that the city is authorizing per the city attorney. Go ahead.
So the motion reads, I hereby move that the council adopt the following recommendations in order to effect the settlement in the case entitled Edward Clay v. City of Los Angeles et al. Consolidated and Charlotte Lawrence v. City of Los Angeles et al. Lead.
Yeah, I saw that.
Los
Frank.
Angeles Superior
Most
Court
work
case
he's done
numbers
in decades.
21 STCV
And that was for the
06277
1 donkey and
consolidated,
pony show
and
clip.
21 STCV 04242 lead. This matter arises
Shelley.
from a traffic
What's up,
accident
Bugman?
that occurred on March 31st, 2020 at the intersection of Crenshaw
Oh, boy,
Boulevard
Kenneth.
and Hyde Park
Should
Avenue
stop doing that
in
stuff.
Los Angeles,
Feels good for you,
California.
man.
Subject to the approval of the mayor.
Hi, Terry.
1.
Good morning.
Authorize the city attorney's office to expend up to $120,000
It is a full house today.
in fiscal
It's
year
Friday.
2024 to
robot?
2025 in settlement for the above entitled matter. 2. Authorize
I
the
did,
controller
dogs.
to transfer $120,000 in fiscal year 2024 to 2025 from the liability claims fund number 100/59, account number 009798.
That goes for every immigrant. I don't care if you're from Ukraine or fucking Ecuador. I don't care. Or Palestine or wherever the fuck you think you're from.
009792.
Fuck your flag. Fuck your
Police
country. Go the
liability
fuck back
payouts.
to it if you don't
3.
like it here.
Authorize the city attorney to draw a demand from fund number 100/59, account number 009792, police liability payouts as follows. A. Wilshire Law Firm, PLC, and Charlotte Lawrence in the amount of $120,000.
Try something a little better, Kenneth. It's
And
less
4.
lethal.
Authorize the city attorney or designee to make necessary technical adjustments subject to the approval of the city administrative officer.
Is she in jail
and
yet? No.
Authorize the controller to implement the instructions. This matter was recommended for approval by the
At this
Budget,
point, it's just
Finance,
hearsay so far.
and Innovation Committee.
Not
at-
saying
at
those
its
things
meetings
aren't real.
held
You
on
just have to
June
prove
12th,
them.
2024.
They will.
In closed
I'm
session
telling you, they're
as
getting
permitted by
everybody to
Government
turn
Code
on her.
Section
Oh, look who's here.
549.
Where are you gonna go, buddy?
56.
Figure out what you want to
0.9
do because everybody
D1.
wants to see you.
And it is, I believe, being seconded by Councilmember Marquise Harris Dawson.
Wario.
Okay.
Wario.
Okay.
Wario.
Next, colleagues, any members wish to call any items on
Happy
today's
now? You
agenda
got your
special?
food? I'm gonna send you
Mr.
back to
Hernandez.
your country if you ain't good.
Thank you, Council President. For item 2, I would like to move that we adopt the Government Operations Committee report. And I would like to make a technical amendment to item 11. Please change the date from August 29th, 2024 to August 30th, 2024 for the illumination, please.
Great,
Thank you, Gertch.
Appreciate
Appreciate you.
Item 2 that you mentioned, do we have a second on that? Second.
Thank you.
Rodriguez. Okay, on item 2, there is also, I have a
43,000.
very minor
Don't
amendment
forget
on
about
that
the other
to
three,
report back.
D-boy. Like
City
literally
Attorney,
43. It's like
record.
42,800
Yes, the
and change.
amendment reads that I move
Closer to
amend
43
item
than
number
even
2,
42, and certainly not
to read as
40.
follows.
All in one
2,
day.
Direct the CAO and Department of General Services to report. I'm sorry.
Are you drinking my
I move to
coffee
amend
now?
item number 2
You like
of the Government
coffee like
Operations
Daddy?
Committee report relative to unarmed crisis responses in other cities to add private properties to recommendation number 2 and to add instructions 3 and 4, which read as follows. Instruction number 3, direct the city administrative officer with the assistance of the chief legislative analyst
He ain't
to
Chinese.
report
If
back
anything, he's
on
Japanese, I
opportunities
would
to
think.
potentially
But I could be
leverage
wrong.
health and mental health funding from Medicaid, Medi-Cal, the County of Los Angeles, and the California Department of Health Care Services to support crisis response programs in the city of Los Angeles. Instruction number 4, direct the city
Right,
administrative
Ty Sticks?
officer with the assistance of the chief legislative analyst
Hi, Catherine.
to report back on
What's up, Jason?
ongoing partnerships
Morgan.
and opportunities with the County of Los Angeles to support crisis continuum of care pilots and
Thinking
programs
Korean? Maybe
in
he's
the
Korean.
city of Los
I think he's
Angeles.
Korean or Japanese over Chinese.
And is there a second to this motion?
What's your name?
What's up,
Okay,
John?
seconds?
Mr. President, for item 11, Councilmember.
Yeah, I saw for the
Hernandez's
15-second
technical
clip, Big
amendment,
Daddy.
There needs to be a second for that one.
You notice something too? Awfully clean, no
Councilmember
sweat on his
Oh,
shirt.
thank you.
When I'm out there in the hot sun, I got sweat rings under my arms. I got it's so much sweat right here. The fucking collar's
Councilmember
bacon
Rodriguez,
necking.
you're next
Did you
up,
see
too.
any of that?
I'd like to call item 1
And
special for an amendment.
go.
that's being
Pick up for
submitted.
15 seconds and we're good. Stop.
And the amendment, I believe, is a technical
Okay, we can go
amendment,
home
and
now.
It reads as follows. I move that item number 1 on today's council agenda
For the dumb
be
donkeys.
amended to adopt
You know, the idiots
following
that vote blue.
in lieu of recommendation number
Look, he's
1
out there
contained in
doing a
the
good
report.
job. He's even cleaning up a
1,
mess he didn't even
designate
make.
the intersection
No, but he
at
did
Van Nuys
create the mess
Boulevard
with his
and
policies.
Kewen Avenue as
Maybe he didn't
follows.
actually throw
Nancy
that bike
C.
tire
Avery
down.
Square, and I believe
But
this
it's
is
his
the new
policy
language.
that created that
Lifelong
bike tire
civil
to
rights
just appear
activist
randomly.
into the new language. First African-American postmaster of a major post office, 1961 through 1984. And is there a
I
second
get
to
it.
this
Most
motion?
Democrats aren't very bright. That's why they do the things they do. They're happy being on the
Mr.
Democrat
Daniel.
plantation. I told you, they living in Candyland and they
Mr.
love it.
President,
They love
amendment
Candyland.
for
Yes, massa.
13. I believe the city attorney has the amendment at the desk.
Yes, the amendment reads that I move that item number 13 on today's agenda be amended to add the following language. Instruct the LADOT upon identifying the appropriate safety measures to install these improvements within 60 days of their
Sounds good, Kenneth.
identification. And all of
Get
the
on
following
that and
language
get
in
off
bold,
that other
so it
stuff,
presents
man.
new, using the Council District 14 AB 1290 funding available in the new appropriation account
He's a
number
disaster to the
be
human race,
determined,
Laguna.
entitled
He's subhuman.
LADOT
These people
District
aren't human.
Engineering
These-
Traffic
they're
Safety
they're
Improvements
beneath you.
within CD 14. And is there a second to this motion?
I'll second it.
If he was starving, if he was
Okay, colleagues,
if he
any
was
other
strapped
specials?
and he needed water to survive, I wouldn't spit in his mouth to keep him alive.
Okay,
I'd
what's
sit there and
next?
drink my own spit.
Mr. President,
that
council
could have
may
been
now
for you,
vote
but it's
on
for me.
Items where public hearing has been
Come on, hurry up
held,
and die.
And so
Come on.
that would be
Come on.
items
While I'm videotaping
3
you.
through 8, sir.
Okay, let's take those items up.
That was
Items
another
3 through
sip
8.
for you.
Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll and tally the vote. 12 ayes, that those matters are adopted. What's next?
You need those dollars. Those Democrats need the dollars. I'll be there with dollar bills, burning them in
Mr.
their
President,
faces.
Item 2, we're still waiting for the amendment to be passed out.
What's up, Leanne? What's up, Gerard?
If council would like to
What's up,
go to
Calamity Girl?
presentations.
Sure.
What's up, Chrome?
We can do that, and then we will read those amendments in before public comment. Before we get to presentations, I want to do an announcement. Actually, on behalf of our council president.
What is better in your opinion, FedEx
second cohort of
or what?
President Gregorian's 2024 San Fernando Valley Youth Leadership Academy.
You only gave me one choice. It's either FedEx or FedEx.
All right.
Look at that. Can't even see my face.
This year,
Super motherfucking milky.
Councilmember Gregorian's office hosted two cohorts as its last
Let's
term.
get it.
These students are thoughtful, responsible, inquisitive about the functions and purpose of city government. They possess a desire to make their communities a better place. They learned the legislative process in our city departments with community partners. They had an incredible amount of exposure. They visited Council District 2's Alexandria Park Tiny Home Village, the Athens Material Recycling Center, the North Hollywood LAPD Station, LAFD
What's up,
Station
Alex?
60, the ATSAC.
Today's your birthday, Alex? Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Van Nuys Airport, and more. They really had
birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Ends. The culmination of that is seeing our council in action, which is what they are doing here. So we all thank you.
So what was the other half, Piz?
Council President Gregorian, thank
FedEx
you so much.
or?
I know he has certificates for all of you, so give them a big round of applause.
FedEx or?
Okay. And then before we get to
FedEx is better than UPS.
Mr. Chairman, you had an announcement?
Certainly better than the USPS. I use the
Thank you much,
USPS every day,
Colleagues,
but I'm forced
I just
to.
want to recognize very quickly
They're terrible.
before we start the presentations before us here today, a remarkable
FedEx is
young
better than
man,
UPS, in my opinion.
and his younger sister, both residents from the community of Boyle Heights. This is a remarkable
You know,
man,
UPS takes a
young man
lot
who
lot
is
longer
incredibly
usually.
resilient,
They're not so great on the
incredibly
updates.
courageous,
FedEx is
has
better,
gone
in
through
my
his
opinion.
trials and tribulations.
USPS is the worst.
Really a role model for many of us. This young man is a high school student, ninth
Granted,
grade,
I send
Roosevelt
300
High
to
School.
500
His
packages
younger
every
sister,
month.
Is a
They
student at
lose
Soto,
4
Elementary
every month,
School
one a
as
week
well, too.
almost.
We spent some time yesterday. In
fact, I just got a check for $130 some odd dollars.
Projects together, but I also want to recognize Joshua
For them losing another
Mora,
baseball card.
as well as Melanie. Please stand up because they are incredible young men and women from the community of Boyle Heights. But also, too, I wanted to come down on Friday because we're
Eric, I'm not really talking about their
birthday
safety records as
well
truck
as
drivers.
Boyle
I'm just
Heights
talking about
residents.
actually
Feliz
getting the
cumpleaños
package
es
where
el
it's supposed
15,
to.
You know, for
Don't know
Joshua,
anything about their driving records.
and 10 years old. So with that, feliz cumpleaños. We wish you the very best. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, colleagues, today we have 3 very special presentations. We're going to start with Councilmember Lee, who's going to honor the National Liberation Day of Korea.
Shit, yeah. Shout out to all my Korean homeboys.
I'm top Korea hater from Korea. You bitches better recognize.
Right, you bitches. Oh, you bitches better recognize. Top player hater from Korea. Better get the rooftop Koreans in here and give them gold fucking frames. That's all I'm saying.
Colleagues, I'm joined here.
Shout out to the rooftop Koreans.
Whose district encompasses Koreatown, and every year we come together to celebrate this
Bring in a
important
couple
day
hot
that's
Korean
not only
girls.
important in Korea, but also to Korean Americans here in the city of Los Angeles. So it is both an honor and joy to commemorate the 79th anniversary of Korean Independence Day with all of you here at Los Angeles City Hall. This day holds deep significance as it marks the end of Japanese occupational rule in Korea and was the beginning of a new chapter in Korean history. And over the past 79 years,
Oh, nice, Kenneth. What
Korea
did you
has
get
made
for it?
remarkable strides on the
Probably some good
global
money.
stage. The country's economic growth has been nothing short of extraordinary, transforming from a war-torn nation when my parents left the country into one of the world's leading economies. This transformation was made possible by the hard work and determination of the Korean people, who have shown incredible resilience and innovation. And as a Korean American living in LA, I am deeply grateful and immensely proud of the continued progress that Koreans have achieved up to this day. The Korean community in Los Angeles has played a vital role in promoting cultural exchange and understanding between our two great nations. The vibrant Korean culture that thrives in our city is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Korean people and their contribution to the global community. Today, as we celebrate Korean Independence Day, let us remember to honor the past, honor the present, and look forward to the future with hope and optimism. Let us continue to cherish and support the growth and vibrancy of the Korean community, both here in Los Angeles and around the world. Thank you for being a part of this celebration, and may we continue to work together to build a brighter, more inclusive future for all.
One quick question. Why does Korea only get 1 day and Islam gets a whole month? Look who's back there with a mask on. He's got his Batman mask, a rebel flag on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Councilmember Lee.
Got a Confederate flag with a Batman mask on today.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
it brings
hysterical.
me so much joy to be here with you all as we celebrate Korean Independence Day. I really want to thank you, Councilmember Lee, for allowing me to collaborate with you on this day of celebration, as well as Insel Han, Steve Kane, Jubai Kim, Carol Lee, for being here to celebrate this exciting day. Korean Independence Day is celebrated on August 15th every year, commemorating Korea's liberation from colonial rule, marking an end to World War II and the restoration of Korean sovereignty since the early 1900s.
Because white people are the devil, Kenneth.
The city of Los
That's why I always tell you, El Diablo Blanco.
Particularly
I'm right here.
Area
white devils right here.
Arlington and Vermont, from Olympic,
You can have pride in any race.
Street.
Black pride, brown pride, Asian pride, but when it comes to white pride, you better be careful, Mr. KKK, which was created by their party. The Party of Tolerance created the KKK to suppress Republican voting. Know your history, if you didn't already.
Try Koreatown. Koreatown's not just a neighborhood, it's a standing testament to the dreams and contributions that Korean Americans have made in the city of Los Angeles.
That's it,
From
Frank.
the earliest
And the people that
immigrants who
fought so
arrived
they
here
could
in
have a
search of
month
better
get a
lives
day.
and new opportunities.
2.
With
If they
nothing
die,
more than hope and determination
right?
to succeed.
While they're living, they get
To the
Veteran Day.
subsequent
And then when they die, they get their
Korean-American
they get their
business
Memorial
leaders,
Day.
Community organizers and residents who
Still no
continue
month.
to enrich and promote Koreans' culture through
What a
the
smack in the
city
face to
and
every veteran.
especially in the 10th district. My office has the opportunity to
Get
work
Korean votes. Come on,
alongside
Korean
some
votes. Come on in.
leaders
Come on,
in the
Korean people.
community.
Just give me your vote. Come on.
We just
Come on.
recently hosted an event at the Koreatown Youth Center.
Why don't you get your knee pads out and suck every
alongside,
Korean dick
Steve
there?
Kane, where we saw the opening ceremonies for the Olympics.
Chaji
And
Mogul.
we opened a park at Pio Pico Park for more green space in Koreatown. We know that working together will make a huge difference. So whether you're looking for a community of beautiful scenery or Seoul International Park to the Korean Pavilion, right down from the community center, you'll find it right in the 5th district. This is an area that I'm proud to represent, and I'm proud to work with our community, and I'm so happy to be able to celebrate with you today. Thank you.
Every day is Homeless Day, DZ. They got to keep those homeless people alive and thriving and on the street so they can have the budget come in so they can squander it.
Bring up to speak next.
And then get audited and tell you that we don't know where the money's at. If they disappear,
here in Los Angeles.
no need for budget. You can't just tax me because you need money for homeless. Well, where are the homeless?
Respected President and members of the Los Angeles City Council, esteemed leaders of the Korean American community,
Shout out to you fucking street vultures.
August 15th is a historic day that marks both the 79th anniversary of our liberation and 76th anniversary of the founding.
I mean, not us. I should say it to some people, not to me. I could care less about what happens to you. Zero empathy.
79 years ago, I pay tribute to our forebears who made the ultimate sacrifice for their nation's independence and the patriots who dedicated themselves to founding the nation. In our fight to achieve independence, Los Angeles holds such a special place. In fact, the city of Los Angeles was the first city in the United States to acknowledge Korea as an independent country. It was right here at the Los Angeles City Hall that a special ceremony was held.
Only on half Asian Day, Mad.
Taegukgi was raised high on August 29, 1942, 3 years before our independence. The flag
When
raising
is it,
ceremony was
Calamity Girl?
broadcast across the world, and many states and cities
Date and
followed
time,
suit after
please.
Los Angeles. It was truly a key moment in building the momentum of the independence movement, and I appreciate the city remembers the key leader of the ceremony, Charles Ho Kim, by naming a school, public school, after him. I believe that it's no coincidence that the Korean government established its first overseas presence, the Korean Consulate General, to
Remember,
which I
guys,
probably
happy
belong,
week.
right
Where's
here in
Imelda
Los
been?
Angeles back in November
Ian
of
made her
1948.
disappear. Ian, did you take her
This was even
to
before
Barbados
the
or something? Why don't we see
resumption of
Imelda? Ain't been there all week
between the two
long. Where's that?
countries
Where's she at?
in 1949.
Happy week, Imelda.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Happy week.
Korean American community here in Southern California, with a history spanning 120 years, has established itself as an essential and esteemed cornerstone in American society. The Koreatown in LA is known to be the biggest across the world, outside Korea, of course. This is the work of many unsung heroes in the community, of which we are proud.
At least 3
But
billion,
Koreatown
Maddie, that I know
is
of,
not just
that they
for the
took
Korean
in for
community.
Measure Triple
Across
H.
the town, it's easy
3
to spot
billion,
signboards
and it's all
in 3
unaccounted
languages,
for.
Korean, English, and Espanol. And it's no secret, as
Christina.
Councilwoman Hutt say, you can find one of the best Oaxacan or Salvadoran or quizás Ecuadoriano restaurants
Look at
in
that face.
Koreatown. Some
Even that
say-
face is pissed over there.
Some
think he
say
got
that
into my
Koreatown
coffee, guys.
is becoming a misnomer for its diversity. But I wish to refute that. It's what makes Koreatown attractive, being a stellar example of coexistence with other communities,
True.
embracing
Live on
fully
patrol.
our neighbors of different cultures and backgrounds.
Thank you,
On
Calamity.
a final note, I extend my sincere gratitude to all members of the Los Angeles City Council for commemorating Korea's Liberation Day and organizing this unforgettable ceremony today. May this be a celebration where everyone, regardless of race or creed, can find joy. Thank you.
But yeah, let's get some Korean barbecue and some kimbap up in this joint. I'm down.
Thank you, Ms. Han. And the next person I'm bringing up is no stranger to any of you, Steve Kang, Executive Vice President of CAFLA. Steve?
Good morning, good morning, honorable members of the City Council. It is with great honor and pleasure that I stand here to
Man, he's
represent
shiny.
the Korean American community in Los Angeles and to convey our sincere appreciation to all of you for your recognition of the 79th Korean Independence Day. Especially want to thank Council Members John Lee and Council Member Heather Hutt for always championing our issues that impact our community. The City of Los Angeles is home to the largest ethnic Korean diaspora in the United States, and I'm especially proud that Los Angeles is also home to the largest Koreatown in this country. From the majestic Korean
That's
Friendship
it,
Bell
Frank.
in San Pedro, the historic Hungsadan House, thank you, Councilmember Marquis Harris Dawson, for helping to save that historic piece of monument for our community, to the vibrant neighborhood that Councilmember Heather Hutt described earlier. The Korean American community is
It'd
part
be too
of the
hard for them to
beautiful
pronounce
tapestry
their names,
of
I'm
Los
guessing.
Angeles. The Korean Independence
They can't
Day
pronounce
word
normal
is
English
called
names.
Hwangbokjeol in Korean, and each of the 3 Korean characters have a special meaning. So Kwang means light, Bok means restoration, and Jeol means holiday. So the Korean word for Korean Independence Day symbolizes
Kat.
renewal
Jeez
and restoration.
Louise, Kat,
And on
thank you
Thursday,
so
August
much.
15th, which is
Let's
next
go,
Thursday,
Kat. Thank you for the big
Korean American
dono. Happy
Federation,
Friday.
along with many other Korean American organizations, will be celebrating the Korean Independence Day.
Happy Friday,
in
Kat. Thank you so
Councilmember
much.
Tim McFoster's district at the
You
Korean
rock, Kat.
Friendship Bell, and I hope many of you can join us for this special occasion. Lastly, I want to reiterate our community's strong commitment of partnership.
I told you
to moving
earlier,
our city forward
whatever I say
in
today,
many
it's
of
not
the
my
key
fault. It's
issues,
not me
including
saying it.
homelessness, public
It's the
safety,
coffee.
and
So you need to
equity.
write into
Thank you, and
Pete's
happy Korean
Coffee.
Independence Day.
And I forget the creamer. And or sugar
Thank
is
you,
what?
Steve,
Sweet
and
and
now
low?
it's my honor
No.
to bring up Junbae Kim, President of the
Yeah,
Heritage
isn't
of
it
Korean
Sweet and Low, the one in the
Independence.
like the pinkish packet? You need to write into those 3 companies and explain
Good
to
morning,
them why
council
I
members.
shouldn't be
My
having
name
the
is Helen
coffee.
Kim, and on behalf
Caffeine's
of Heritage
fault.
of Korea Independence Foundation,
So,
President
not me.
Chester Kim, I will be reading his prepared speech in English.
People are already angry at me.
President Kim is a third-generation descendant of freedom fighter
Yeah, it will.
His grandfather. And I'm proud to say that there are 3 generations of
All right, let's get some
descendants
more
of Thomas
crazy
Holmes
juice.
here today. I'm the 4th generation and the eldest daughter of President Chester Kim. And also here today is Brandon Byun, 5th generation grandson of Chester Kim.
Cancer, sugar,
who
shit,
is
yeah.
also the 1st generation Korean
One can only
American
hope.
born in America. On to President Kim's speech. Hello, council members. My name is Chester Kim.
I'm
and
scared
the
to
president
drink
of
regular
Heritage
coffee.
of Korea
I almost
Independence
feel
of
like the
USA.
cream and the sugar calms
Heritage
it down.
Independence is the only descendant
I'll be
organization
full
that is
fucking
recognized
jet
and
fuel and
certified by
shit,
the Ministry
rocketing
of
off.
Countries and Veterans Affairs of South Korean government worldwide. Our membership is strictly limited to descendants of the distinctly recognized and certified freedom fighters who fought for the independence of South Korea. I would like to first express my deep gratitude
calling
to
Pete's
city
right now,
council
Dixie.
members, especially Councilman John Lee and Councilwoman Heather Hudd,
I would
for
too,
allowing
though.
this recognition and declaration today.
We're gonna
to
put you on
honor
hold
those
for a while,
who
though.
dedicated themselves and sacrificed their lives for fighting for long-awaited independence from 35 years of Japanese occupation. This year marks the 79th anniversary of that independence, a significant year to reflect once again on our mother country's self-reliance and spirit of independence.
Well, you know what, ma'am? I hate to say it, but, you know, these people got back at the Japanese for you because those people that you're speaking to, that you're so honored to be with, this guy and his group, created the Japanese internment camps and enslaved Japanese people
Nation with independent economy,
right here
independent diplomacy.
in this country.
This independent spirit
And I assure you, if you look Korean, you were probably there too. Get in there, Jap.
It was through the tireless efforts of independent activists.
So you remember that.
Who sacrificed their lives
That wasn't
fighting for the
Republican.
cause of reclaiming our
That was a
mother country
Democrat
back
creation. Here we go.
from the torturous 35 years that our people would finally regain the light of independence. At our foundation, we currently have over 50 direct descendants, all wearing the red satchel today, and 200 family members, by far the largest of its kind organization outside of South Korea. Today,
What are
a
you
total of
doing?
16,410
Back and forth and forth and back we go.
independence
Can't you just
patriots
make
have
up
been
your mind,
awarded,
kid?
Verified and recognized as freedom fighters by the Korean government, with 333 of them residing in the
I
United
give up.
States.
You guys tell me, where's the can? Where's
However,
the
more than
man?
half, 178 patriots,
I've already,
have yet
it's been in
to
3
receive
spots
their
already so
medals
far
and
since he's been in
commendations
this room.
because majority of them have already passed. Therefore, we are currently
Switch
on
to
a mission
Splenda?
to find
Isn't that the
find
bad
at
stuff,
least 30
Splenda?
descendants as soon as possible so that the recognition
I'm already
and
getting shit for
commendations
sweet and
can finally
low.
find their family lineage where they belong. The difficulty
There he
of finding
goes.
these descendants is like finding a needle in a haystack, since majority of the descendants no longer speak Korean language, and the only audience that would be interested in our search was through Korean-speaking media outlets. Opportunities like today, and the opportunities provided by all council members here, is very powerful and helpful in outreaching to English-only
Stevia?
speaking descendants by providing
Sometimes
an
I
outlet
use
for
that
recognition
blue
and
agave.
exposure. I sincerely hope that today's declaration not only is heard by the attendees of today's events, but also those
All real
not
sugar is
yet
bad?
found,
Shit, yeah, man.
proud descendants who will one day be recognized and will stand here before you to celebrate the Korea independence. Thank you.
I'd rather just die when I die, man, even if that's tomorrow or next week or next year or
And for the last
20
speaker, we're
years.
going to bring up Carol Lee,
And at least I can
President of
say
the
I
Simon
enjoyed my
Women's
life.
Association, for some brief remarks.
Didn't have to go without all this
Good
and
morning,
that and the
ladies
other.
and gentlemen, council members and all the staff members in the City Hall, all the visitors. My name is Carol Lee,
I
President
do.
of
Nice
March
and tan.
1st Women's Association USA. Our
There he
nonprofit
goes.
women's association was established in
There he goes.
1981 from the March 1st movement in 1919 under the Japanese colonial period. And we are here to serve the Los Angeles community with patriotic pride as Korean American women. I thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity to commemorate the 79th Korean Independence Day on August 15, which is going to be next week. After my speech, I would like to present our youth who's keeping up with the Korean traditional spirit instrument performance.
Oh, thank you,
Please
Allison.
enjoy,
That'll be awesome.
and God bless you all. Thank you.
Yeah, BJ sent me a whole bunch of coffee. I went through it pretty quick. It's good stuff.
And so you see, colleagues, this is not only
I still
a
have
part
some
of,
tea left.
Obviously,
Some of my
Korean
friends
history,
was digging on the tea. I'm not much of a tea
I
drinker.
appreciate you allowing us to recognize this every year because it's truly part, as Ms. Han said, part of Los Angeles history, the independence
English
movement,
tea.
and what the city did
Pretty
to
damn
start the
good.
fire, to spark that independence.
I didn't taste
in
much
South
difference
Korea.
between tea and
So,
coffee when I was
I'd
there.
just like to now
Put the
that
kettle on.
we have a presentation. If the kids from the youth leadership, we have a traditional Korean performance by the youth leadership.
I know,
teenagers
BJ.
group in Korea.
It just looked, it was so much, BJ. There's so much coffee then. Thank you again for all that. It was really kind of you. Oh, here we go. The drum section. Let's get it. Those drums are cool.
And while they're getting set up, I would like to, I apologize, Ms. Hunt, please join us.
You're welcome,
Councilmember
Pib.
Hutt and I, and along with all the other council members, would like to present you this for the Council General's appreciation for your work in helping us celebrate.
Oh, there's my girlfriend. Look at her. Look at her in her little raspberry
We also have some
beret.
members on the queue. So,
Oh, she
while
got
we're
something on her
getting
head. I
set
don't know
up,
if it's a
I will
beret.
call on Councilwoman Robin.
She's going to tell you about CIA. Oh, I'm sorry, CIA pedophilia. Okay. Fuck off. You got me going. That's it, Eric.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Councilwoman Rahman for a moment before the senators. Go ahead.
Well, just very briefly, I just wanted to thank Council Members Lee and Hutt for bringing this recognition here today.
What's up,
Happy
Tawana?
Korean Independence Day. It's the same day as Indian Independence Day, actually, so it's really, I hadn't realized that until today, which is fascinating. And I just wanted to say thank you also for the history
We still got
lesson
Colombians in the
that
front, too.
we shared
So
today
Koreans
the
and Colombians are
connections
getting it today.
between Los Angeles and Korean history.
I think
had
those
no
are
idea.
Colombianos.
It is really exciting to know this information and to know that this city has played a role in the history of Korea as well, and for us to be able to recognize it today. So thank you to all of you for being here.
Well, that's
All
the
right,
whole
back
thing.
to
To
you.
keep you from crying, you
Councilwoman Lee.
create a little
Thank you very
levity.
much. We will move out of the way so everyone.
Because all of us
can
should be
join
crying
Again,
when you
council
stop and
members,
realize
thank
what's
you so much
actually
for
happening
always
every
allowing
day.
us to celebrate
Little
this
bits by
incredible,
little bits.
Important day in our history.
The deterioration of the great U.S. boulder is now becoming a dirt rock. It'll soon be nothing but a dirt field. Difference about years past and now is you have tons of illegal immigration. Now, at least before you had immigrants who came to this country and dropped their flag and dropped their nationality, so to speak, and really embraced being an American. Loved the flag, loved the place, and understood what this country is doing for them. That's why they came here. Now you have cockroaches living here, and those cockroaches had kids. And those cockroach kids now spit on your flag, burn your flag, raise their flag. Okay? We didn't raise flag on other countries unless we were conquering them. That's the most utter disrespect. Okay? And they come here to leech off your society. So you hurry up and go to work fucking hard, fuck your family, and give all that money you earn to them so they could live a better life. You're welcome. Welcome to Candyland. And again, we'll make this really crystal clear for all the ones who have selective hearing. I'm for immigration. My grandparents, they were all immigrants. But they came to this country, they worked hard till their 90s almost, literally 89. Okay, that's when they stopped working, paying into the system, not sending money back home to their other countries. No, living here and being proud to be an American, calling themselves American, learning the language, doing it right, even serving in the military here. Big difference. Yes, they came legally. It's a big difference between coming through in the middle of the night with your kid. And I don't care if your kid is 6 days old. If he came through that fence, he's now an illegal alien. Okay? It's already an illegal. Not by choice because he couldn't walk through or she couldn't walk through that fence on her own. This goes to, again, show the great parenting skills that you've got. That you took from one country and now brought to this country. Wake up, Americans. And again, if you're against what I'm telling you, then you're not American. You're just living in this country. You're not an American. You were just born here. I know you've heard me say that. You were just born here. You're not an American. And that's the difference about now and then. Wake up, white people. What was his name? Fucking the guy I'd always hear him on fucking Daniel Carver. That's his name. I'd hear him on Howard Stern back in the day. He'd be playing Daniel Carver all the time. And apparently he's so woke now. Why was he playing KKK guys all day? Huh? And guess what he is? A Democrat. Why didn't you cancel him? Why don't you cancel his best friend, Jimmy Kimmel? Who dressed as Oprah and then stood on the back of a Latino. That was supposedly their maid. We're not even going to talk about the Karl Malone blackface. Just put all that to the side. If that didn't offend black people and Latino people, I don't know what to tell you. You still lick his ass? And you think that, what's his name, Guillermo, is on his show because he's just a handsome, smart, articulate Latino man? I doubt you. Okay? He's there because he talked funny. He spoke funny. He was there to be the fodder. He was there to be the court jester. And I get it. On his side, shit, make fun of me. I get to get on television for whatever that's worth and get a lot of money. Some people will sell their souls to be the idiot. I won't. All you guys, a lot of times you see it in the chat room. Man, do this for $10. Fuck you and your $10. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's all about selling it out. Okay? Don't tell me Jimmy Kimmel ain't a racist. Because if you tell me anything else, we're not even going to have a conversation because we're not even starting off with the truth. And I know what I just said hurts because it's truthful. And you're talking about a guy who's been to Jimmy Kimmel's show probably 7 times. Okay? I've seen all my friends play there. We don't go there no more. I don't do it. Okay? Because I slowly realize what's going on there. Okay? Full instrumental here. It's a cool looking drum right there, that red one. Did I boo at Jimmy? No. I'm respectful to my friends, and I'm there to support my friends. I didn't ever come there to see him. The last time I was there was for Prophets of Rage. Okay? And we know Tom Morello, big Democrat. It's like his mom was, or is. Okay? So they loved each other. In fact, Kobe Bryant was there with his wife. I remember seeing them. You can go back and watch the episode. Google it now. See if I'm lying. Just put Kobe Bryant, Prophets of Rage, Jimmy Kimmel. See what comes up. Hey, Charles Daniels, thank you so much. No, look, Charles, don't ever say that, please. It makes me feel bad when you say that. Your attendance alone pays for everything, but thank you for the dono. I really do appreciate it. Remember, just showing up is payment. Well, knucking futz, right now they're trying to get the Korean vote. In about 10 minutes from now, you're going to try to see them get the Colombian vote. It's their fake diversity, equity, and inclusion. We don't all start off at the same place, so I and you need more than they. See, they got more, so you and I and me need to get here before we can be there. Oh shit, I'm gonna get a copyright for this. Wasn't even thinking. Some hearts. That's the only thing I could play, I have to tell you that. It's about the only thing I could do. Give me that thing, I'll bang on it. Try to keep up on beat.
Wonderful.
I don't know, Vaughn.
Thank you so much.
But they'll figure out a way. Who's funding them? Which party?
All right, next we have our next presentation is going to be led by Councilwoman Heather Hutt.
All right, here we go.
We'll welcome her to the podium.
Here goes the next one,
And she's
guys.
going to recognize the Sri Lanka Foundation.
Oh, Sri Lanka.
Councilwoman Hutt, I believe, is going to be joined by
Indians?
Councilmember Price. And the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Is the mic on? Can you hear me? Okay. Good
Yes.
morning. Today, I'm truly honored to be with you all to celebrate Sri Lankan Day. And we have a very special person with us today, Dr. Walter J. Singay, warmly referred to as Dr. J. Dr. J is a remarkable man who's left an indelible mark on the lives of so many people in CD10.
Don't they do this at the end?
City.
Honoring?
He's more than just
Oh, no, he's still
his
alive,
name,
Damon.
but a testament to the power of compassion and dedication to serving others.
My bad.
His journey from Sri Lanka to Los Angeles is a story of resilience.
So we're going to get some Indian vote in there, Korean vote, and then the Colombians get their vote. Remember that, Colombians? You got last.
Dedicated himself to public health and social services.
Remember that in November.
His groundbreaking research at the City of Hope Medical Research Center laid the foundation for advancement in medical science. His commitment extended beyond the lab. He was a tireless advocate for those in need and established medical clinics across downtown LA, provided critical health care services to our underserved community.
Full form.
His philanthropic endeavors led him to establish the Sri Lankan Foundation and the Los Angeles Medical Center Foundation, two nonprofits that provide necessary medical support to hundreds of individuals as well as families.
You're back again.
And his work with the new economics for women empowered many women to achieve financial independence and create a brighter future for themselves and their children. Dr. J's contributions have significantly benefited our entire city. To this day, he continues to support our fire department, donating beds and tools, has donated security cameras in MacArthur Park, toys for community events around the holidays, robotics equipments for our schools, and so much more. Dr. J's unwavering dedication and support to our city is an inspiration to us all. His legacy is etched not just in the annals of our history, but the hearts of the countless individuals whose lives that he's changed for the better. Today, it brings me extraordinary joy to really look at the work that he's done and the contributions to our public health system and social services, as well as the way he's
the Sri Lankan vote, then.
Dr. J, thank you for showing us what it means to be a true champion for those in need. Oh, there you are. As we celebrate Sri Lankan Day, let us also
Sri Lankan
celebrate
Day.
the
So
work
wait
and
a minute.
services of
How can
Dr.
it be Sri Lankan
May we
Day
continue
and
to draw
Korean Independence
inspiration
Day
from
all at
his
the same
amazing work
time?
and commitment
And
to
it's
creating
Muslim
a more
American Month.
equitable and compassionate Los
Or
Angeles.
yeah, right?
And now I would like
Just
to
trying to
bring up,
figure it out. It's so confusing, guys. I'm all
Councilmember
mixed up.
Thank you, Councilmember Hutt. To family, friends, neighbors,
They make sure they get everybody in there. Get them around on that. Get around
the
on
thing
that side.
sets us apart, us being the
Full
United States,
pander,
is our
baby.
diversity. It's our diversity, and it's exemplified certainly here in Los Angeles.
It is
Today, we have the honor
fitness.
of celebrating the work and contributions of our strong and resilient community of Sri Lankans, and even more specifically, the immeasurable work of Dr. Walter J.
Dr. J?
Inspired by his father,
Fucking
who was
Julius
also a
Irving, baby.
well-respected physician in Sri Lanka.
Doc, that's the only
Dr.
Dr. J
has
I'll ever
built
know.
A distinguished career characterized by exceptional skill and compassion. His career spans several prestigious institutions, showcasing his extensive experience and commitment in medicine. In LA, Dr. J's leadership has been pivotal. He has played a key role in advancing healthcare initiatives, as we've heard, and improving community health by ensuring the most vulnerable people in our society have access to a doctor. Beyond his clinical work, he's been a mentor to many, shaping the future of healthcare through his guidance and leadership. Dr. J's career is distinguished by numerous accolades acknowledging his significant contributions to medicine and healthcare and the community at large. His career, his integrity, his kindness, his dedication have earned him deep respect and admiration from both colleagues and the community at large. And so we honor Dr. J's remarkable achievements.
It is
and
what it
his
is.
lasting
I'll be a
impact
thorn in their
on
side
medicine
until the day I
and
die
the
here,
city of
Pib.
His legacy
I don't know
of
if I'll
service
die
and
here.
leadership
Hopefully
continues
won't.
to serve
Hopefully
as
I'll
an
get out of here
inspirer
before
to us all.
before that
Congratulations,
comes. But
Dr. J.
yes. But trust me, my friend, if one decision happens in November, it won't matter what state you're
Thank
in.
you both, Councilman.
It won't
And
matter.
also Hernandez, Council Lady. I'm extremely grateful to all of you. This is 50 years later since I last had a beautiful key to the city from the Sam Yotti, the great mayor of Los Angeles, 1964.
Unless, of course, you
So
secede
since
from
then, I have been
the country.
totally involved in social work. That time I was a student at UCLA.
From your own
when
little country within
Mayor
the country.
Sam Yotti gave me the
Good luck
key to
on
the
that.
city.
Then you're going to be attacked
And I'm
by force,
extremely honored by today's
bombed out of your own homes,
and
on your own
dedicated
soil.
to the whole city council.
Remember, you
for
need an
making this city
F-16.
a great city.
Somebody
Thank
told you
very
that.
much.
Thank you. So, we have a certificate for you
Thank you.
and a certificate to commemorate.
And we have some members on the queue as well. Ready?
I'm on the queue.
So as soon as they're done with the pictures, I'll turn it over to Councilwoman Hernandez for a few words.
Is Grady up there grabbing booty? What's he doing? Come
Okay,
on.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Notice how
Thank
it's
you, Council President.
slowly thinning
Thank
out
you
in there.
so much, Councilwoman Heather Hudd and Councilman Kern Price, for bringing this presentation to us today, for uplifting Dr. J and all of his work in the Sri Lankan community. Dr. J, my deepest gratitude for the decades of social work and investment that you have made throughout the city of Los Angeles, but in particular, MacArthur Park.
Yes.
You know, this city
So
is better
beautiful
because
now.
of the work that you've done as well. And so I just really greatly
It's
appreciate
it's
you
literally
giving
an
me
overdose
dedication to
park. It's a
working
park
with the
you'd
city
never
for
bring
these
a
many
kid.
years
You
to
don't
make it a
see
better place
kids.
to live.
In
So thank you
fact,
so
there was
much,
somebody
and
floating
again,
dead in the
colleagues,
lake
thank
there.
you for uplifting
It's more
Dr.
like a
J
pond.
in Sri Lanka. It's just a beautiful, beautiful presentation. today.
Think
Thank you.
pond, not lake.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go Google pictures of MacArthur
Hudson
Park.
Close.
I dare you, and look at it.
Thank you
And then
so
tell me
much,
how
Mr.
great his
Chair.
work
Thank
was,
you,
apparently.
Councilmember Hernandez. In honor of Sri Lankan Day, we're having a celebration in the forecourt with traditional dancing and food for everyone to
I don't know,
enjoy.
homeboy.
So we will be raising the Sri Lankan flag in celebration of this historic day. Meet us in the forecourt. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Pete?
much for this presentation.
Morning.
As they're leaving the podium, I would ask Mr.
Hell yeah, it's
DeLeon,
dangerous. I ain't walking around
to
there
head
at
toward
all.
the podium for our final presentation for today.
Yes, sir.
To commemorate Ecuadorian Independence Day.
I don't know who John Hicks is, but okay. He must either like doing drugs or maybe he's blind like Ray Charles. I don't know.
Okay, Mr. DeLeon,
I don't know who you're
floor is
talking
yours.
about, but it's never been a nice place. I've been here for
Final
decades.
presentation for the
It's
day.
never been a place to bring your kids. Never. Not since I've been alive. And I wouldn't bring anybody I know there. Not to meet up for 2 minutes. Any park in South Central, I would take over that. Anyone. All right, here we go. It's time. It's let's get into it. Let's smoke.
Smoke.
Here we go. The third pander of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
You say when, Mr. President?
When?
Okay. Good morning to our distinguished guests and members of the Ecuadorian community here
Oh,
with
it's
us today.
Ecuadorian, not Colombian. Sorry,
Colleagues,
my
today,
bad. Boy,
it
I'm
is
all
an
off
honor
today.
to be here
Sri
to
Lankan.
commemorate this historic day.
So it's
the
Ecuadorian
250th
Independence Day, whilst
anniversary
being
of
Korean
Ecuador's
Independence Day,
courageous
all at the
fight
same time.
for independence.
It's everybody's Independence Day.
Now, on August 10th of 1809, the people of Ecuador took a bold stand against
I love how he
Spanish
said it.
colonial war,
Ecuador.
marking the beginning of a journey toward freedom that would forever
Couldn't
shape
just say
the destiny
Ecuador.
of their nation. Today is not only a reminder of the resilience
What's up, sicko?
and determination of the Ecuadorian people, but also one of the enduring spirit of independence that continues to inspire us all. Today we
up,
celebrate
Leovo? What's
a
up,
historic
Salt?
milestone, but we're also recognizing that a vibrant and dynamic Ecuadorian community that has made Los Angeles its home. Your contributions to our city, culturally, socially, and economically enrich the diverse tapestry that makes Los Angeles
Sorry,
one of
guys.
the most extraordinary cities in the world.
Thought third
The
one was coming.
parade down Broadway Avenue, which culminated this past Sunday at the heart of our city, Olvera Street, is a testament to the strong
Thank you,
cultural
guys.
ties and the vibrant heritage that the Ecuadorian community brings to the city.
Notice how it's like
of LA.
empty in there now?
This parade is a
It's
celebration of tradition, of values, and the unwavering spirit of civic engagement that our community, that your community embodies. This year,
There's
Mr.
Colombian.
President,
There's everybody
colleagues,
here,
we
folks.
honor the
Don't
memory,
trip. You
the
name
memory
it, they're
of
here.
Elba Berrus, a beloved
Sudanese.
leader and the founder
You just throw a
of the
dart.
Ecuadorian parade.
You're going to find them. They might even have a little town. There's Little Ethiopia.
Bravo,
There's
Elba.
Africa Town. There's Little Tokyo. There's Korea Town.
Her
There's
legacy
Little Armenia.
lives on in
There's
the
Thai
continued
Town.
Success and growth of these events.
These are all
And
separate
remember her
little
and remember her
areas.
as a pillar of the Ecuadorian community
Okay.
in our great city. As we celebrate
That
Ecuadorian
have more
Independence Day here
dedicated
at City Hall,
stores and
we just don't
shops
reflect on the past,
to
but we
those
envision a future
cultures.
where the Ecuadorian community continues to thrive. and
Chinatown,
contribute
yeah,
to the
forgot about
ongoing story
Chinatown.
Of LA.
You name it.
Congratulations
It's here.
to la Comisión Permanente de
I don't know if there's
Fiestas
Little
Patrias
Somalia,
Venice
but they're Could be.
And the entire Ecuadorian community for organizing such a wonderful series of events this week.
I know there's Little Ethiopia. That's Fairfax and San Vicente. Little Ethiopia. No
Es
joke.
un honor, señor presidente y mis colegas del Concilio de Los Ángeles.
Cambodia
estar aquí
town?
con
Yeah, I
ustedes
don't know.
mientras
Maybe.
conmemoramos
There's a lot of Cambodians here, for
215
sure.
años
There used to be one over here.
de la valiente lucha de los
They
ecuatorianos
ran
por su
the
independencia. Un
donut
aplauso.
shop over here. And they were Cambodian.
Y que viva Ecuador. El 10 de agosto del año
Where's Little Palestine? I don't know.
El pueblo ecuatoriano se levantó con
I think it's
valentía
at
contra
UCLA's
el
campus.
dominio colonial español, marcando el comienzo de un viaje hacia la libertad que definirá sin lugar a dudas para siempre el destino de su país, de su gran nación. Hoy día no solamente celebramos un hito histórico, sino también reconocemos a la vibrante y la dinámica comunidad ecuatoriana que ha hecho Los Ángeles su hogar. Sus contribuciones a nuestra ciudad, culturales, sociales y económicas, enriquecen el diverso tejido que hace Los Ángeles un lugar extraordinario, que queda muy claro, y quiero enfatizar y subrayar lo siguiente. Este año honramos la memoria de una gran lideresa ecuatoriana, la señora Elba Berrús.
So one day after having a serial rapist go on a hour-and-a-half police chase here, I get a story right now on my phone. Convicted Southern California child rapist granted release from prison 34 years early. Frank, let's just say Frank is his name, in 2013 pled guilty to 6 felony counts and admitted to raping a child. Now, 11 years later, he's about to be released from prison 34 years before the end of his sentence. And the Riverside County District Attorney had harsh words for the judge who decided to allow it. Brown was sentenced to 45 years in prison in 2013 after the guilty pleas for forced, lewd, and lascivious sexual acts on a child under the age of 14. Brown's release was granted Thursday by Riverside County Superior Court Judge Scott P. Williams under California's Compassionate Release Law. Compassionate release grants medical parole to inmates with less than 6 months to live. Brown was diagnosed with metastatic liver cancer in July. He'll be a free man in 30 days. There you go. You wonder why the shit happens.
With that, Mr. President, I also want to bring up from la Comisión Permanente de las Fiestas Patrias Ecuatorianas, el señor Mentor Paredes. Por favor, señor
Well,
Paredes.
hopefully he dies literally 29 days from today. So literally he's one day he's getting ready to get out and he's fucking dead in that cell the day before.
Historical review for our independence. I'm going to read in Spanish. El año 1809 es, en América del Sur, la catapulta de las ideas de libertad. El mundo ha visto el nacer de los Estados Unidos 34 años antes, en 1775, y la toma de la Bastilla.
Where is the
20
translation,
años antes,
please?
en 1789. Pero mientras las ideas de libertad, igualdad, fraternidad llenan los corazones de esperanza, el ego de Napoleón hace deponer a Fernando VII de España y darle a su hermano José de Napoleón el trono de España y el control de las colonias españolas, incluyendo el del territorio de lo que hoy es el Ecuador. Los patriotas de Quito ven la oportunidad de conseguir la propia libertad y se deciden por una estrategia militar y diplomática en la supuestamente jurada lealtad al rey, pero cuyo fin era el de lograr la autonomía sin temor a represalias. El 10 de agosto de 1809, los patriotas crean la Junta Soberana de San Francisco de Quito, declarando su apoyo a Fernando VII y su rechazo al hermano de Napoleón. Pero esta Junta Soberana también se auto-otorga la responsabilidad del cuidado de las tierras del rey hasta su potencial regreso al trono e impone al mismo tiempo que las autoridades del rey cesen sus funciones.
Look at Mr. Herman. You see him over there? That's why they changed the camera.
1809, pero un año más tarde se torna en lágrimas de sangre. el 2 de agosto de 1810, justamente en el día de Nuestra Señora de los Ángeles, las autoridades reales, entendiendo la probable escapatoria y excusa artificiosa, apresan y condenan a muerte a los patriotas del 10 de agosto de 1809. Agosto es un mes que conecta coincidencialmente a la ciudad de Los Ángeles con Ecuador. La bandera del Ecuador con su amarillo, azul y rojo lleva en sí la incomparable la fuerza incomparable del sol
Iron Maiden
ecuatorial,
shirt too.
el azul intenso del Océano Pacífico,
Iron Maiden
y la
shirt,
heroica sangre
Confederate
derramada
flag
por
on
nuestros
his back.
patriotas. Este
Batman
primer grito de
mask.
independencia nos recuerda que aún en la actualidad, en Ecuador y en toda América, que la lucha por la libertad es
Hysterical.
incesante y de valientes.
Don't think he ain't watching himself on the
Escrito en Los
camera.
Ángeles,
Question
el
is he watching
6 de agosto
Smoke
de
and Scan?
2024 por la
Or is he
poeta
watching the LA
ecuatoriana
City
americana
clerk feed?
Karina Galvez. Muchas gracias.
If you're watching Smoke and Scan, there you go, Mr. Herman.
Mr. President, as we celebrate the culture and
Paging
independence
Mr. Herman.
of the Ecuadorian community, and more specifically the nation of Ecuador, I also want to quickly recognize a few folks who are present here today. Just want to give them that recognition that they deserve. Fabián Germán Abanderado.
I can't lie, Homeboy and the Wife Fedora does kind of look like a coke dealer. I'm going to stereotype for just a second. He's every coke dealer you've ever seen on Miami
En
Vice.
nombre de la Comisión Permanente de Fiestas Patrias y en nombre del pueblo ecuatoriano, muchas gracias a la ciudad de Los Ángeles por permitirnos hacer de la ciudad de Los Ángeles nuestro hogar. Los llevamos en el corazón.
Thank you to the City of Los Angeles for allowing us to make our home
Crockett
of
and Tubbs
the
was
city
busting a
our
dude
home.
like that every week. Just saying.
Take these pictures here too,
Blame it
but also
on
want to
television. That's what I saw. They framed you. I didn't. I just watched it. Fucking it's Carlos Santana.
Un aplauso, por favor. Y con eso,
Does have a Carlos Santana vibe. Not gonna lie, he's vibing. You know he's getting that young trim too. It's probably one of his girlfriends, the one right there with the red hair on the left. That's probably his lady. You know, he's 60, banging out that 26-year-old trim.
Okay, thank you very much.
Kind of like Kamala.
Right.
Kamala was getting banged out at
concludes our
26 by a
presentations for
60-year-old.
today.
Kind of like Kamala.
I believe before
I
we
love it. He's got a Trump shirt
move to
on.
public comment, we can
Our homeboy, hoodie
discuss with,
homeboy.
item 2, is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Willie Brown was 60 years old.
Okay.
Sticking his
Let's put
cock
item 2 before-
in
can
a
you read that in?
26-year-old
Item
Kamala
2?
while he was married.
Or can we just
And
open
that's
the roll?
real.
Okay, let's we'll take up item 2. Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll.
And all I can say to
Close the
Kamala
roll.
is,
You're a whore. And tally the vote.
11 eyes.
Okay. Anything else before we move to public comment?
I didn't
no,
say
sir.
it, Kamala.
Shall I
Carter
read
did.
the instructions?
You're mad?
Sure.
Go at Carter Pewter
As
Schmidt. He's got a lot of money, though, Carter. He's very
members of
rich.
the public wishing to offer public comment should call
You want to call in? There you go.
254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466, then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted to the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it's your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Again, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466, then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted to the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it's your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
To people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak, either at the podium or on the phone, please state which of the agenda items you would like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items,
you ready?
you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can.
And guys, I don't see
If you are
in
not
there,
on
right?
topic, Or,
But he
if we
may
cannot
call
tell
in. So
whether
this
you
is
are
what
on
we're going to
topic,
do.
You will get one brief warning from me or the president. At
Because
that
if he
point,
only
you need
takes
to-
general
you need to get
comment, that's
immediately
1
and
minute.
clearly on
It'll be
topic.
10 or above.
If you do not do so,
10 is the
or if you
line.
again stray off topic,
But if he takes
you will
all
forfeit the rest
items
of your speaking
plus
time,
public
and
comment,
we will move on to the
it's
next
22.
speaker. The items open for public comment on the agenda are items 9 through 12, item 13 on the continuation agenda, and item number 21 from Wednesday's
Sit,
meeting,
Sam.
which is being reconsidered.
Good to see you, buddy.
So again, the items that are open for public comment are items 9 through 12, item number 13 on the continuation agenda, and item number 21 from Wednesday's agenda that is being reconsidered. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the other items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press *6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so,
Look it up, Pib.
council staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you will forfeit your
Banging
time
her way to
and
the
will have
top.
to move on to the next caller. Finally, because of a brief
'Cause she
time
couldn't
delay
pass the
between
bar.
live meeting and the broadcast, two things are
She
important.
failed the bar.
First,
And
while
you know who
waiting for your
didn't fail
turn
the
to
bar?
speak, please keep an ear to the
Mr.
phone so you
Spindler
know
with
in
his
real
goat
time
puppet.
when it is your turn to
He
press
passed the
*6 to
bar.
unmute.
He's a bar-certified
Second,
attorney.
If you're
Look him
listening
up.
to this meeting on another device, please turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak.
That's
Between
gotta tell
the
you
time
something.
delay and feedback, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices. Thank you.
Okay, there's a whole bunch of names on here
Uh-oh.
and not, 1/10 the number of people in the room. And I suspect that a lot of these, they're not even very creative. A lot of these are bogus names that someone put on
Let's hear 'em.
just to disrupt this meeting.
Let's hear 'em.
So
Let's
given
hear 'em.
that there are only a few people in the room, I would ask anyone who wishes to speak in this meeting, just make your way to
won't
the
say the names.
left side of the room, stage right, house left, and you will be given a chance to speak. Everyone who is here in the room will be given a chance to speak, but I will not read or subject anyone to having to read all of these bogus names. So
I wanna hear
let's
every
just
one of
line up if you're interested
Should
in
be-
speaking. and
hey,
we'll
that's a
take
Brown
folks
Act
in the order in
violation.
which they line up.
That's a Brown Act
You
violation.
can state your name or whatever name you like when you get to
You
the
better
podium.
read them all. I want to hear every single Mike Cunt and all of them. This is Shaniqua Figueroa, by the way.
Stop every 10 seconds to give our translator a time. Is that correct?
So which items would you like to speak to?
All items.
Okay. And if you...
No, like last Tuesday, Bloomingfield told me.
Okay, enough of this. You speak to the items. If you request a translator, we'll do our best to find a translator. Go ahead, sir.
Okay,
You
so
can
do
speak
I
in.
stop
You
or
can
do I
speak.
do
No,
not
you don't
stop?
stop. Just keep going.
So I do not
Your time is
stop.
running now.
Okay.
We know you're here to disrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so I do not stop. That's really weird. Okay. Gab到妹內個妹聲，妹妹有家樣見打妹對，舊個妹過了公婆就烈些，做了你怪點炸了咪真呀怪就那個咪真，無難了魔先搞少改對，戒罪妹過了我歲內領導，對到你間咁冇暫定內。代沒用到。I would like
That's
to
hard.
move on to the next item, which is item number 10.
Fucking slaps.
Sayonara nande na nai yo Kiyo garami kiwo hazure na Sayonara ne de naku yo Ai ai ni hanare naku da Sayonara nande naku yo Kiyo garami kiwo hazure da Sayo de me kule gas deyo ai ai和你孩子照顾累的 So that is item 9 and 10. So now let's move on to agenda item, the Kevin De Leon item.
Nobody's left.
Is that Kevin De Leon item, which is De Leon Park.
Everybody left.
Item number 13. So in this item, it's about the improvement, the safety, community of the Monterey Hills within city council identified potential safety improvement. I'm here to support our Councilmember De Leon in this community. If we need more safety, so we have to make sure people are safe on the street. We cannot have this community having a weekly street takeover. We cannot have this community women getting robbed in the late evening. So when we talk about safety improvement, I wish we can have more LAPD officer patrol on the street. Therefore, there's street takeover, there's corporate theft, there's looter, rioter, robbery will no longer have a chance. I'm here to support Councilmember De Leon. I'm here to support all of the street safety program improvement.
And before you begin general public comment, just thank you for identifying the items you speak. So go ahead, you have 1 minute for general public comment.
General public comment. Figaro 就像爱你奋不顾身 Figaro 即使摔倒我也不怕 Figaro 陪你直到地老天荒 Figaro 拉下你挂 LAPD 勇往直前拉下你挂
New Figaro drop.
LAPD 无坚不摧拉下你挂 LAPD 守护正义拉下你挂Duarte 风里雨里绝不放弃 Duarte 地狱不空誓不成佛 Duarte 一生只为保护群众 Duarte 你的朦胧眼神每分每秒呼唤着我，玫瑰香味漫游到我，我要重回你的心中。Kevin De Leon， 你就是我唯一真爱 Kevin De Leon。Support Councilmember Kevin De Leon。
Bro, that's all that today. It's all a drop. Shout out to you. Shout out to 3-inch Shrimp.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Oh, my girlfriend.
General public comment.
My
Mary
girlfriend.
Elliott, CD 10.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
My son died in 1992.
Okay.
I did a Public Records Act request, and for 7 years I went to the murder. They called it a murder, cold case murder file. And I kept believing that all this time I'm going to get some information. And when they did release it, I was in Panama. I was living in Panama. And I'm reading this, anyway, they actually had a suspect. They never told me they had anyone that was a suspect for murdering my kid. Why wouldn't they do that? It was all a lie. The whole thing is a lie. This guy here, Detective Tinker, says that the person that killed my son was in the party and argued with him. My son had no alcohol and drugs. No alcohol at a party at 10 at night. Okay, that's pretty amazing for a 17-year-old. Anyway, I'm going to the Board of Police Commissioners and telling this on Tuesday.
Go to sleep, crazy lady.
Oh, Donald Harlan.
Good morning. Which
Donald
items would you
Harlan.
like to speak to?
Hi, I'm Donald Harlan. I'd like to speak on agenda items 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in general comment.
Where are you at, Cat?
So a lot of those items are not open for public comment. Again, the items that are open for public comment today are items number 9 through 12, item 13 on the continuation agenda, and item 21, which is being reconsidered from Wednesday.
9 and 10 and 11.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items. Go ahead.
Okay. I was concerned about the City Council approving stars on this Hollywood Walk of Fame. Seems to be a big problem with that. I'm not saying something about Tim Burton, but there's a lot of fake history, people that don't really deserve stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and the City Council's making it worse. There's a large fake history with Tim Burton. I know there's a real guy and then there's a fake guy. And you guys are giving the stars to the fake guy. I don't know. I don't really know about Tim Burton, but I'm saying that there's a lot of celebrities like that. You know that. Okay, and there's a lien on number 10 says lien on 148 West 39th Street. You note that to blame the people and not the property. I would have comments about generally about the developments on those items, those real estate developments on the remaining items, is that there's no Department of City Planning. There's no, I'm directing the city to investigate the state clearinghouse, that's not real, to use full amount of money you need to send the meanest lawyers after the fake state clearinghouse. Also, some of these projects that are in these agenda items are sponsored by the Office of Controller, that something happened at the Office of Controller and they're trying to dump documents on the city, and they're no good. I'm directing the city to investigate that and do a forensic exam on everybody involved if you have to. Make sure you get everybody's information. Several of the agenda items are like somebody in the state thinks they're going to sell real estate and nothing legal about what they're doing. They're committing a crime.
Mr. Harlan, I'm not sure which item you're speaking to, and you've used your 1 minute on item 10, so please move on to one of the other items.
Okay. Beautification by the Conservation Corps, that's really nice. I like people cleaning up. That's fine. General comment?
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
I was concerned about agenda item number 2, the disaster responses. You might have noticed all the villains from the federal government and the television shows jumping into the disaster response. They don't need housing too. Nobody from the United States government comes over here and gets free housing. You know, they stay in the hotel or something. You know what I mean? There's no permanent housing for disaster response. Really, I need some seriously bad law enforcement to go after those guys in there. Agenda item, talking about agenda item number 2. FBI, bad FBI. Ooh boy, FBI, real bad. Jumping in there. Not in disaster response, emergency response, but there's also supplies and everything they're looting, you know. Stealing
Who ate all the
tractors and
pussy?
stuff, real bad. Agenda item number 3 is what I'm concerned about. No, you know, crazy people in the state government. There's like 5 Gavin Newsoms impeaching each other, and everybody wants their own controller trying to state clearinghouse stuff, and no, they're dead.
Yeah, he's definitely sedated. You know, they definitely have it on something that's going to slow him
And
down.
as we wait for the next speaker to come to the
At some
podium,
point, he'll probably
just
stop
to reiterate
taking it.
what the chair said, if you
He'll
would like
return
to speak, please make sure
to
that
normal
you're lined
form.
up on your left-hand side of the council
Not
chambers.
saying I hope it happens. I'm just
Good
saying
morning. If
it
you could
could
please
happen.
remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Good morning, honorable team. My name is Julian Alexander Makara. I'm speaking on public comment and
So you have 1 minute.
agenda
Go ahead.
top.
Oh, sorry. Public comment and what?
I was in the middle of making that statement, sir. So public comment and agenda points number 11 and 12 from this agenda meeting.
Okay, so you have
Hello.
2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please
Thank you very
begin with
much.
the items. Go ahead.
This more so is for Councilwoman 1 and the council members 1, 14, 13, and 9.
Oh, here it comes.
I've submitted this request to the city clerk's office, and I have been attempting to follow our city's protocol to communicate with our elected officials who are not making eye contact with me right now. Thank you. Reading the message verbatim says, this campaign was initially launched in mid-June. Since then, we have been unable to effectively speak with any level of our elected regional governments. As we are all aware, the current state of our times are not ideal. Kevin De Leon, I'm talking to you. The effect of our elected officials who is not paying attention is the effect of our elected officials' neglect is what we see right here, and responding has led to inadvertent consequences that were preventable. And this is including and not limited to death of my friends. I tagged you on that post, Miss Eunice Hernandez. I never got a response. Neither representatives of our council districts nor members of our city's administration have collaboratively worked with us to authorize diligent and new community development protocols. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the mental health of our members in this city is not well. The individuals behind me that none of you are paying attention to. This is a direct reflection that any foreign agency, any foreign institution, sir, this is not funny, sir, de Leon, any foreign institution looking at us through these cameras is going to see weakness. Now, I know military,
Speaker, I'm not sure
I
which
know
item
fire
you're speaking to.
department,
I know
I am
you
not
mentioned
done,
item 11,
so I am
so-
going to continue. And this is this is the public comment. This is the 1 minute.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public
I did receive
comment. Go ahead.
notice at a public hearing for a new multi-million-dollar dwelling right behind my family home within Council District 14. The case number
Fucking shit up, Allison.
HA 2024-2301 CU1HCA. So I'm unable to speak to my council representatives, but lobbyists are able to get forward planning for housing development that should take years, that it's taking weeks. I have been trying to speak to my council members for 3 months. Pertaining to agendas 11 and 12, I have solicited with Council District 1's team, Chief of Staff, and other representatives, including the mayor, for the Value of Vocation Academic Leadership Urban Entrepreneur Program. And that is a beautification operation. Ladies, this is not funny. You should really take in mind that people speaking read body language. I was an ABA therapist for over 10 years. If anyone here has kids, I take care of your special needs kids. For 3 years, I was a firefighter for Station 12. Captain Navarro trained me. This is dereliction of duty. Thank you.
Shout out to the firefighters.
Next speaker.
Sure. Good morning. And sir, this is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt the next speaker. Sorry, sir. Go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
My name is Najee Ali, Mr. Chairperson, honorable members of the City Council. I'm here only because my name was slandered here a week ago. One thing that Reverend Jesse Jackson told me 30 years ago, you can't be an activist if you have thin skin. So I have thick skin, believe me.
That's why you're here crying.
I've never addressed these false accusations of me being a wife beater, a rapist, which is just nonsense. But I'm here today just to set the record once and for all here in front of everyone. I've never hit my wife. A City Hall investigation was done by Jeff Gurrell, and she told him that never happened. Second thing, falsely arrested 40 years ago. I'm 61 for a crime I never even committed and was released. So when people say, oh, he's a rapist, they don't tell the part, oh, well, he was falsely arrested and released. No charges, never went to court. So I just wanted to just put that out there for everyone to hear.
Your time
and
has
my closing
expired. Speaker, your time has expired. We need to move on to the next speaker.
Ah, shit, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hysterical.
Next speaker.
Hysterical. He tried to come in there. Oh boy, he was in a ceremony that they were all.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Honoring somebody just the other day.
Comment. Okay, so you have
What
3
does that
minutes
say?
for the items
Kaiki
and 1 minute
what?
for public comment. Go ahead with the items.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Thank you, Talbot.
Let's talk about the Tim Burton and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yes. I like these things at 6600 Hollywood Boulevard. Why? Because it's
Kaiki
a great
Bob.
way,
Thank
the
you.
Jimmy Swaggart way, to
Makes sense.
have the prostitutes, instead of walking up and down the street, hey, meet me over there at 6600 Hollywood Boulevard, the Tim Burton star. It's a great locator. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't think of this earlier. After all, we know he can't go home to his wife. He can't stand strange. So we have to have prostitutes, and what better place than Hollywood to have these streetwalkers, just for the good reverend. Now, let's go to another item.
A lot of chicks at Elbow Room right now.
One of your liens, you actually did a $3,029.02 reduction. I can't believe. What's going on? Is there a sickness going on that
We got
you
pie.
actually quit fucking over the people and actually letting them work the liens out? I just can't believe it, but it's happening, that you actually are kind of doing something right. Now we have this overdose awareness. Come on, folks. we could really spend our money better than that. Maybe actually helping people that are overdosing, and maybe some more Narcan or whatever to counteract the fentanyl. I met a homeless person, and later I bumped into her former boyfriend, and yes, she had died of fentanyl, and her mouth was foamed and everything else. Real gross thing. But maybe we should be showing pictures of things like that so people know what they look like. We're actually going to do something in Council District 1. I can't believe Mr. Lee's actually in on this. Unisys does a decent job. Gets things done, as well as that is a neglected district. I live in North Hollywood and in the Sun Valley end, and that's neglected. So I know what it's like when you live in a neglected area. You don't get your stuff like they do in Encino or Woodland Hills or Brentwood or all the highfalutin areas. You know, you just get fucked. That's all there is to it. But I'm glad, after all, if Cedillo was still on there, he'd be out getting his dick wet and not doing a thing. So Unisys is a
Speaker, you need to stick to the agenda items, or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Well, we're talking about District 1, and District 1 getting stuff done, and who's the workhorse and who is the show horse. There's a big difference in LA, and we're a town mainly of show horses, not workhorses. So someone who gets his dick wet like Cedillo is a show horse. Now, let's go
general
to
public comment.
Okay. We have, guess who's running for mayor again? Yes, Tony Viller. That's his Christian-born name from his Catholic Church of False Doctrines. He doesn't like to lose more often, but guess what? Maybe he shouldn't run. In his 8 years, he did only 2 things right. He defeated Jim Hahn, the worst fucking mayor we ever had, even worse than Frank Shaw, who got recalled during the 30s. And he removed Rick Caruso from the police commission. I mean, is that a record worth making somebody governor? Are you really kidding me, folks? I mean, the other Tony Thurman's probably more qualified than Tony Viller. Now, our leading, that Eleni broad, she's one of those billboard broads, gets free billboards just like Monica Rodriguez or Mommy Barger or Lindsay Horvath. I mean, she probably has a better chance, but old Tony, he gonna lose her. Boy, he gonna lose a bigger.
Mike Greenspan, everybody, the shirt wearing Who Ate All the Pussy guy. He's awesome. That was kind of tame. Oh, here we go. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Yes, go ahead. You have 3 minutes for the items first.
Item number 1, Public Works Committee report.
So item number 1 is not open for public comment.
On the board, fool.
If you were listening earlier in the meeting, which you were here
number
for,
9, asshole.
Go
number
ahead.
9. Number 9. 69 you. Number 9. Now, on number 9, communication from a dick engineer regarding Tim Burton and Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Right? However, the Walk of Fame is a walk of shame because you dumb niggers don't know how to present a star like this. This is a star. This is a true star. However, the Walk of Fame for Mr. Burton, let us acknowledge it. Where is Burton? Why didn't he come to his own presentation? Because he says, fuck you. These guys are morons. I ain't going to waste my time with Soto Martinez or that other dumb buckethead. Right, Pumpkin? Now let me go to number 10, Pumpkinhead. Fuck number 10. And fuck 39th Street Council District 9 because it's a conflict of interest because Current Price goes to court Thursday of the following week. And by the way, Kevin DeLeon, that was a mighty fine couple of good hugs you gave.
You sound jealous, Desert.
You need to stick to the agenda items, or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Now,
So this is your only warning.
Item number awareness of overdose. LA is the capital of overdose. Why is that? Because niggers don't pay attention to what's happening on our streets. Any one of you, smoking scam, smoking scant, go to Skid Row with your bag of huff and show the world what that shithole fentanyl is doing to the Skid Row population, because the Juju speaker up there doesn't want to make it an awareness. He wants people to overdose. He wants people to fucking die on our fucking streets at a fucking time when we know it's all fucked up. Dumb motherfucker. Then the last item with my 21 seconds, you jackass. CD1. Oh no, I'm not gonna talk about Miss Hernandez. We got it clear on the record. We're friends. And friends don't fuck friends.
No.
Friends understand
They're sisters
friends,
if they're hot.
and that's the reason why Public Works should make corrections.
General public comment.
All I want to do is understand why you're dragging me down. I guess it's a time to bury your ass with "bam, fuck me," right? I'm all out. I'm not the enemy. I want to wake up everything because everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You do not really know. You're the best is the bet is to stay away from a motherfucker growing up in the city of LA. Oh yeah, stay away, motherfuckers. It's just one of those days.
Is that Limp Bizkit? Yeah.
Another fucked up day, and another fucked up way, and another fucked up place, and another fucked up job, and another fucked up city just like LA. So if you don't fuck around and you don't act like a clown, then maybe Pumpkinhead will stop fucking with my time.
Fucking there he goes.
Next speaker. We have one more speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Herman, for the 2 shout-outs. Yes, Smoking Scam and Smoking Scan with my bag of puff. So we know he's watching. It's official.
Would you like to speak to?
He's watching.
Grand Rising, everyone on City Council. I wanted to address agenda items 11 and 12.
Herman's your
I also
favorite?
wanted to make public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Apparently he
Go ahead
likes
and start
Limp
with the
Bizkit.
items.
Is that
And
3
Iron
minutes
Maiden.
in total?
It's 3 minutes in total, but you can only speak to
Look at
on the
Najee
items,
Ali
1
try
minute
to
per
still
item.
plead his case.
So,
Man, I
we'll
told you I
remind
wasn't
if you-
nothing. I got the
Okay.
thick skin. That's why I'm up in here screaming at you.
My concern with regards to
I gotta get up out of here. Get up out of here,
the overdose
Najee.
awareness.
Get your ass on, bruh.
There's currently a homeless crisis in Los Angeles.
No shit.
This is being addressed by Mayor Karen Bass's Inside Safe program,
Which has done nothing.
and it's overseen by Christopher Vargas. One of the agencies contracted to provide services is the Weingart Center Association in connection with LASA and DHS.
Smoke.
Prior to July 31st, 2024, the Weingart Center Association was housing its participants in the LA Grand, where they were to reside until demobilization to the Mayfair was complete, unless they would be housed in the Weingart Tower or elsewhere.
So, Speaker, you're welcome to continue during general on this topic if you'd like, but if you want to speak up to item 12, please switch now for the items.
With regards to the Los Angeles Conservation Corps, I think that these 2 items that I'm speaking to all tie into the same thing, because the primary goal here is to reduce harm and the amount of trauma that the individuals, the homeless individuals, are incurring in the city. And I feel like that's the overall
She beats her
premise.
husband.
So, as I was saying, a lot of the participants were unlawfully ejected on or before June 28th, 2024, and their personal property and or possessions destroyed and or improperly
You have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
and or improperly trespassed upon, thereby placing many homeless people who are already housed in a more vulnerable and precarious position than they initially were. In effect, being more homeless than they were before, if that's possible. No consideration, again, for harm reduction or the impact of trauma. All things considered, a tort claim was brought to the attention of the city attorney present here today, and said claim was denied, offset instead to be filed as a county tort due to LASS's involvement, as if the city's Inside Safe program was not the umbrella under which all these programs exist. The billions of dollars from HUD were presented to the city of Los Angeles.
Hi, Dixie.
And something needs to be done immediately in order to rectify these egregious acts
Hi, Pony.
and make these participants whole again before a huge class action lawsuit is filed against all parties involved. Thank you.
No, we haven't done the phones yet. Phones are coming up. Probably
Thank you
after
very
this
much.
lady. I think that was the last
That
one.
concludes in-person
Yeah,
public
see?
comment. We'll now go to the
on.
phones.
Hold on, guys.
Call-in user 1, please unmute yourself and state the items you'd like to speak to.
There we go.
Caller user 1, this is your last opportunity to speak. Please press *6 to unmute now.
I haven't.
Yes, I think
I
you're
haven't seen
unmuted.
it, Ben.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Hello?
Okay, caller, we still can't hear you, so
Gotta unmute
unfortunately we're
yourself.
going to have to move on to the next caller. Next caller?
Or is it DEI hire? I'm not unmuting them. There's two in a row.
Call-in user 2, please unmute yourself and state the items you'd like to speak to.
There's two. It's the DEI hire guy.
Good morning,
Oh,
Brock Landers, Los Angeles private investigator.
Good morning. Which items would you like?
Just a general public comment today.
Okay,
Shout out to
so you have
Brock.
1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
You're called on racism and race homophobia. As it relates to the city council, people need to stop sucking up to the city council. All of this pick me, then thanking them for a golden shower because they call it rain. No keep shaming, that's your deal. I'm here to show people that they have a choice to have their own voice, not cater to all the fragile egos of the people who are responsible for the current state of our city because of their lack of testicular fortitude. I don't have to beg for attention. Please, I have another shot of scrotum, fine. The council acts like they deserve our respect and support. It's not what you deserve, it's what you earn. And I don't always agree with Stacy, but I get behind her for the ideas I do agree with. Not like I get behind C4. Start using your mouth for something other than the city council's poop-coated jizz catcher. Shout out to Smoking Stand. You guys have a good day.
there's Brock.
A law enforcement type of guy who is hired by people to stop these bad individuals.
Tell him Brock. Fucking Chess Rockwell.
Next caller.
Brock Landers.
Call-in user
Fighting crime
with the
every
last
day.
4 digits 1991. Please unmute yourself and state the items you'd like to speak to.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yes, we
Robot
can hear you.
Dog.
Which items would you like to speak to?
All right. Okay, good morning. Items 9, 10, 12, and general public comment.
Okay, good
Here
morning.
we go.
I'll speak, good morning. I'll speak at this clown show on all available items in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3
Item
minutes.
9 and my
Go ahead. You have 3 minutes
item
for the
9.
items.
Okay, I'm starting with my item. Item 9 should be renamed the Walk of Shame and should receive a no vote if indicted embezzling criminal Kern Price and unelected Heather Hutt are allowed to vote. This Walk of Shame item should include additional funding from the city to include a Walk of Fame or Shame Star at this location for Kern Price and Sleazy Dawson's legendary corruption. Item 10 is by indicted polygamous embezzler Kern Price for placing a city lien on a citizen's property in the amount of $3,629.02 instead of doing something to assist this property owner. This item should receive a no vote because I believe it is another criminal act of embezzlement by Kern Price and Petty Pink Face Krikorian to funnel the money into Kern Price and Dawson's family businesses. These clowns are placing city liens on this and other citizens' properties while there are 60,000 homeless people on our street. Item 12 for $665,000 for beautification and cleanup of should receive a no vote. In the motion, we worked to assist elderly and disabled citizens to pay rent, and because indicted embezzling criminal current price and unelected incompetent Heather Hutt will be voting. The $600,000 of this motion is a testament of the LA City Council being the most corrupt LA government in the history of the U.S. General public comment.
Go ahead, you have
The
1
LA
minute.
City Council. Yes, general comment. LA Council is the most corrupt local government in the history of the United States, where petty pink-faced Armenian dictator Paul Ku Klux Ecuadorian has indicted beveling polygamist criminal Kern Price and sleazy Dawson, voting daily with unelected Heather Hutt. The black community, again, has zero representation from these incompetent, corrupt, sellout, self-favoring, indicted black Uncle Tom criminal members of this corrupt city council. I demand all their resignations. I demand the resignation of petty pink-faced corrupt Krikorian. Of course, he's honestly out. Public black faces occupy 20% of the city council, yet black people are nearly 50% of the homeless, 50% of the incarcerated, 50% of the unemployed. Their resignations are demanded. Thank you.
Shit, yeah, Robot Dog. She's awesome. You too, Shecky.
Caller with the last four digits,
What's up, Capri?
9519. Please unmute yourself and state the items you'd
Yes,
like
my
to
name is
speak
Jason.
to.
I'm a smoker can viewer.
There's
Good
four.
morning. Which item would you like to speak to?
What items are available today, there, Pumpkinhead?
So the items that are open for public comment, and this is for everyone on the phones, items number 9 through 12, item 13 on the continuation agenda, and item number 21 from Wednesday, which is being reconsidered.
Dude.
Good deal. Well, I won't speak on the Wednesday one, but I'll speak on all the available items and general public comment, if you would, please,
Okay,
kind
so
sir.
you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please stay on topic for the items. Go ahead.
Fucking Jason.
Like always, brother. So the other day I was down on Picker Road with this chick, and I was trying to do a manload layup in her mouth there, and I was wondering about the 2-for-1s we have down there.
Okay,
Because I was rolling
so
with my
this is
homie.
not on
Yes,
topic.
sir?
This is your only warning. Please stick to the agenda items. I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Yes, sir. So I can't talk about this lady down on Picker Road and the 2-for-1 issue we were having there the other
So
night.
you know the rules. You call in every meeting. Please stick to the items or I'm going to move you to general public comment. Go ahead.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what, go ahead and move in there, brother. There.
Okay, you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you there, brother. Shout out to the smoke can community. Anyway, as I was saying, I was down on Figure Road the other day, and this chick, I was rolling with my homie or whatever, and this chick, I was, I was doing my usual thing there, enjoying myself there, and I was trying to figure out she had a problem, she wanted me to split. She wanted me to spend more than 5 for the two of us. She wouldn't, go
Caller,
down.
again,
Yes,
we
sir.
have this discussion
Yes.
almost every meeting. You need to tie it to something within the
every week.
subject matter jurisdiction of this
Okay.
of the city. Otherwise, you're going to forfeit
and
your time. Go ahead.
All right, okay, all right. Well, I was just wondering, how it's amazing how we can, put a man on the moon, but we can't get a hold of, split $5 worth of hand job, me and my boy the other day down there.
So
on Figure
you've
Road.
been warned. Again, just for future meetings
Yes,
and
sir.
today, you need
Uh-huh.
to speak to items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of this city.
And-
you are not
and
on
y'all don't
topic,
deal with the
even in
hoes
general
down on
public
Figure
comment. So, so you forfeited your time. Next caller.
Shout out to Jason.
Located where? On Figueroa.
Caller with the last four digits, 7255. Please state your name and the items you'd
All
like to
items
speak to.
and general public comment.
Richard
Good
Serrano.
afternoon. You have 3 minutes for the
This
items.
is Richard Serrano. Thank you for the time. Smoking Scan, thank you for looking out for me. Number 10. In 2010, we did the same thing. The point, the city needs money. You sent all offices that can collect revenue to go look for that revenue. So $3,000 imposed on somebody that might not be able to pay it is kind of a sham, because next thing you know, parking enforcement goes up, building and safety looks for extra money and looks for that money. I've already lived through this, 2009, 2010. So now that you have a financial crisis, you're going back into the same order. Let me see where we can find it. The second revenue, other than taxes back then, was parking enforcement. And since the homeless situation came in, we've let off on that a little bit, and now they're losing $1.5 million a year. But I'm sure it'll be back to the $6 million it created back in 2010 because you're looking for money. At $3,000, imagine if the person doesn't have it. If they had it, they probably would have paid it. I think you guys should think about that, how it affects that person and everyone else in your constituents are. It's more than just grabbing the money and not being reasonable. They might not be able to go down to City Hall and talk to you. But nevertheless, that there's $3,000. If they didn't pay it at the beginning, they can't pay it now. Number 11, lighting up City Hall. Even though in District 6 at 9080, they're putting a new fence, this Emilio Padilla's office has come out. Alain Circle has come out to check the people out there. Laura Bernal, Lorena Bernal, she came out, she called me back and let me know that they were trying to place these people again. They're on a waiting list, trying to find locations for these people. I don't just need to get rid of the encampments. I'm trying to help these people. But $800 illuminating this building would have fed those people, or maybe got them transportation to locations to house them for a day or two. I'm not sure how you guys spend your monies that way because it's not your money direct, but that's a way to waste your money when you have so many people homeless and hungry. Number 12. Yeah, I'm going back to 9080 Woodman Avenue in Arleta. Starbucks, thank me for the help. Emilio Padilla, I'm thanking you for trying to get these people placed. It's not just about breaking up the encampments. It's actually doing something for the people. Smoking Scan, again, thank you for all the support in your group, knowing exactly that I do care about these people. It's not about me. And all the positive people like Lionel, Richard Hopp, Daniel Duscott, Rob, all these guys that come out to do a positive thing, I love it. And number 12, it's still number 12. Thank you for the enhancement situation here, Ms. Hernandez, is because that money shouldn't be you shouldn't be looking for it. We should be able to do that through the money we took away, those 10,000 positions for street services and sanitation. Now they're working on weekends, every other weekend. You'll never clean the city that way. You guys allocated the money in the wrong direction. You might have gave 1.6 to the LAPD, 23 more officers out of the academy. You're still 800 short for your 9,000. And now they still can't answer the phone until 45 minutes. And then after that, now they're on an hour and a half to respond. And every time I hear is, we don't have the manpower. No, you do. 1,000 people kept people, that didn't stop us from operating before. Now we're just finding excuses and overtime. I do care.
He makes sense because he actually cares. He is who he says he is. He's 100%.
Call in user 4. Please unmute yourself and state
He's
the
real.
items you'd like
Shout
to
out to
speak
Richard
to.
Serrano, man. They don't want people like
thank you for
Great Panderer. Phone's clipping. Great.
Okay, so you are unmuted, but you're breaking up quite badly. So which items would you like to speak to?
Come on, phone.
Yeah, caller, we're only getting maybe 1 or 2% of the things you're saying. So, again, one last try. Which items would you like to speak to?
Comment on all items.
Okay. So,
Can you hear me, sir?
I'm sorry, caller. We can hear, again, only 1 or 2 words. So we're going to have to move on to the next caller. Next caller.
They dunked him.
Caller with the last 4 digits, 0463.
Sorry,
Please
Candido.
unmute yourself and state the items you'd like to speak to.
This is Shelly Babes. Hey, Smoking Scan, Demon's the man.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like
Is
to
that 8 or
speak
9?
To? Public, general, whatever, fucker.
Okay, so you have 1
Is that
minute.
8 or 9? That's 8.
Generals gathered under my sun.
It's 8.
Just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, flash of death's construction. Good afternoon, you pieces of shit, elite communist war pigs, who just sit on their asses and collect over $200,000 a year in your mansions, while the rest of us just fight for crumbs. Why you do nothing because you don't want to fix any problems. You need to justify your jobs. And Mao would be so proud of you, redcoats. And Jinping with his micro penis would just love you and accept you. You are pieces of shit, and you know it, you communist war pigs.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to Shelly.
Okay, next caller. Actually, while we're waiting for the next caller, Mr. Herman, please do not disrupt the other callers.
What you
Next
mean from
caller.
Hamas, Dwayne?
Caller with the last 4 digits, 4208. Please unmute yourself and state the items you'd like to
Dwayne,
speak to.
cry me a river to the sea.
Rob Kwan, just general public comment. And
Good afternoon. You have
I
1
need
minute.
to
Go
call
ahead.
out Bob Blumenfield's disruptive behavior.
Shout out to Rob Kwan.
We had him earlier this week interrogating a speaker, asking about their language because he wanted to go back and translate. And when that speaker came up today and asked about interpretation services, an entirely reasonable question, they were reprimanded and told they were being disruptive.
Dwayne's done.
All this talk about language access and somebody coming up and merely asking about interpretation services is disruptive. Not a good look for the white boy representing the West Valley. I mean, we just getting through the Fed tapes, all this cloud of racism. Do we have to really go back to John Papash sitting on the phone with NC members talking about Filipinos coming in, and then there goes the neighborhood? There are those tapes as well. Interesting, Bob.
Did they hang up on him? They hung up on him.
That was our last caller.
What?
Okay.
No way.
Great. We will move to the meeting now. What is before us?
She
We
telling me
have
didn't call in.
9, 10, and 12. Is that the first items?
Where's Stacy
Yes, sir,
been?
that's correct.
She's been absent for a little bit.
Colleagues, any members wish to comment on items 9, 10, or 12? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
10 ayes.
Okay, those measures are approved. Next.
That's it. Lowered their hands, Glitch.
Next would be item 1, and that was amended by motion Rodriguez Blumenfield.
Okay, seeing no members on the queue.
Dang, Josh, really?
Let's open the roll.
See, that's how they do it.
Close
That's
the
how
roll,
those
tally
communists do it. You've seen it firsthand.
Okay, what's next?
And in fact, Daniel Gus has a way for you to
Next
sue.
would be item 11, and that was amended by motion Hernandez Rodriguez.
Okay, seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll.
Shout out to danielgus.substack.com.
Tally the votes.
10 ayes.
The measure is approved.
Next would be item 13, and that was amended by motion De Leon Blumenfield.
Okay, seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
And then you
Yes.
had, you was like first
Measures
and third.
agreed to. What's next?
Main
Next
phone, burner
would
phone,
be
Jason.
the reconsidered item, and that requires
Thanks
2
for
votes,
calling in
sir.
to
So
you
the
and Brock,
first
man.
vote is
Appreciate
the
you
question
guys.
whether to substitute.
Shelly as well.
Okay, on
Shelly's
the
always
vote to
getting them
substitute,
good
let's
with
open
the
roll.
war pigs.
Open the roll. Close the roll.
I mean, you're right.
Tally the votes.
You live here too.
10 ayes.
That measure is agreed to. Now on the motion itself. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
10 ayes.
That motion is agreed to.
10
What's next?
Council has motions for posting and referral, sir.
Okay, without objection, they're posted and referred.
Yeah, it's crazy,
The
huh,
desk
Smokey?
is clear, sir.
Great. We've got a nice clear
She's
desk.
She's like, what's her name?
Clutter-free.
What was the other idiot?
And let's move to announcements.
A Ponzi
I see Ms.
scheme guy.
McCusker is already standing up, so let's start with you, Mr. Pastor.
Thank you very much. I actually have a couple of announcements, members.
Jack-o'-lantern.
We have a couple of great events happening in the district. You all hear me talk about the 1-5 as being from Watts to the waterfront, and I'm excited to share that tomorrow I had a couple of our great ministers say, let's do a Watts to the waterfront event, a family fun day. I had
Sam
Pastor
Friedman
Adam
wasn't the one I
Stevenson
was
St.
thinking
Peter's
of,
Warren
but
Chapel, which is
I was
right
thinking
around
of
the corner from my
Madoff,
house.
Bernie Madoff.
And
That's
a
who I was
great friend,
thinking of,
Minister
Bernie
Eddie
Madoff.
Felton of the Morning
But yeah,
Star
both
Missionary Baptist Church in Watts.
birds of the same feather.
Say, let's have a family fun day. A couple of churches will host it, and we'll invite all the churches in between, and we'll play softball and barbecue. And so we are going to do that at Peck Park tomorrow. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Fun day. I'm gonna pull up with a whole smoke and scan
family fun
fan.
day.
Win all the
first baseball game or
games.
softball game will be between Warren
And the
Chapel
fun.
and Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church, which you might know as Pastor Clark's
We're gonna win
church.
everything in the
Eddie
raffle.
Felton is the minister there. Come on out. Our other event.
What is it, like an
also
autographed
tomorrow, we're gonna
basketball
be
by you
pretty
guys?
busy.
Is that
We're
what
gonna
you're
go
raffling
from the
off?
park to the pool. For the second year in a row,
A CD
we're
player?
going to be holding a free summer pool party. It's kind of an end of summer pool party at Harbor Pool.
On
That
Figueroa.
Harbor Pool is at 1221 North Figueroa Place, right by Harbor College.
Come
From
on
1 to
down,
3
potentially
p.m.
get shot.
Over the last few weeks, we had some great folks in the community who collected donations of gently used or new swimwear.
Gently
that we were able to
used
distribute to our
swimwear.
neighbors who don't have those
That's what I
things,
want.
but we're going to have delicious
dirty
food,
bikini.
games,
Thank you,
music,
guys.
and raffles. It's a great opportunity for folks to come on out and have some fun at their pool right there at Harbor. I will also say, if you don't mind me
Gently
taking a
used.
point
Like
of
I
personal
put that?
privilege,
Gently
the
used.
1-5 grew by one resident 2 days ago. My daughter and many of your friends, Nella McCosker and Nick Stelzer, welcomed into the world Kahia Wilma Stelzer, a little girl whose name, yes, let's hear it
Jason.
for Kahia.
I forgot there is the ceasefire on Fig right now.
Kahia
Jason's
is
right.
Irish for warrior, so just like her mom, she's going to be a strong, warrior, a great young woman growing up in our district. She is healthy and well. Mom is healthy and well. Her middle name Wilma is for her great-great-grandmother, Wilma Gray, who was a single mom who came to San Pedro and changed the course of life for the McCosker family when she married into a family that she lifted up and made better. So thank you very much for your good wishes.
Congratulations. Councilwoman Rodriguez, next.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. McCosker.
She had to always get something in.
Very happy for Nella and your whole
Sit down,
family.
Meg.
It's going to be great. Colleagues, tonight we are hosting our final movie night at the Hanson Dam Aquatic Center, where we will be featuring Sing. We condensed all of our movie nights. We had a number of movie nights. I think overly ambitious when I first got elected. We had 13 movie nights, one at every single park in the district. We have consolidated, since we've had such larger scale events, and have consolidated to 2 movie nights that you're able to watch from the largest municipal swimming pool in the country at Hanson Dam Aquatic Center. And when we did it on our first one on August 6th, we had over 2,400 individuals show up to participate. So it was a great night. We're excited to welcome another large crowd and families from all over the city. It's not just the 7th District. We have folks coming up from South Los Angeles. We have folks from all over the San Fernando Valley coming out. So we invite everybody to our movie night to watch Sing. Bring your swimsuit, your towel. You can watch from the sandy beach or from the pool. And it starts at 6 o'clock, and we'll see you tonight. And then tomorrow we have the commencement. We have the viewing for the Olympics happening at the Hanson Dam
that spot
Aquatic
on
Center.
Stinks look
But
like
also
2
we are
cats
kicking
talking to
off-
each other?
We've got to get everybody into that Olympic spirit. We are kicking off our summer reading Olympics.
2 cats right here. There's one head. There's the
that
other.
will also start tomorrow at Hanson Dam Aquatic Center. Want to invite everybody out.
2
to
cats
participate.
about to fight.
Thank you, Councilmember De Leon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. President. Tonight, colleagues, as well, too, in Highland Park at the Highland Park Rec Center, we're going to have our movie night as well. We've been having consecutive movie nights throughout the summer, but we'll have our Highland Park movie night at the Highland Park Rec Center tomorrow at 10 a.m. In Bull Heights, right across the street from LA General Hospital. Working with Salef as well as Clinica
General Hospital is where they actually
we'll
filmed
giving out
that starting
backpacks,
for General
to
Hospital,
young boys and
the
girls
soap
getting ready
opera.
for the brand new school year this upcoming fall. And
Well, that might
Sunday
be White
as well,
Memorial.
Victory Outreach at 2 o'clock on Huntington Drive in El Sereno, working with Victory Outreach, distributing backpacks. And Sunday evening, our concert series in the park in Eagle Rock, because we've had so many folks come in last week Sunday.
How come you have
when I
two
was
cats
engaging with a lot
fighting
of the
on your
folks who come in
back,
with their
Stank
picnic
thing?
chairs, their baskets. And, by that
How
time,
long
it's
they been
hot, no
fighting
doubt
on
about it,
there?
but the sun is going down. We had folks from San Fernando that was there. We had some folks from Pedro that was there, folks from out of the city of LA, from Pasadena and elsewhere. This Sunday, we have the Beatles are actually going to be playing.
The Beatles.
Sgt. Pepper, Lonely Hearts, they're coming to play their set. So if you
All
want
of
to
them?
see Ringo and
They're all
George,
gonna be there?
you know, and John and Paul, come this Sunday to Eagle Rock Rec Center, where you're going to see the Sgt. Pepper, Lonely Hearts playing their hearts out. And I think we're probably going to have a huge crowd.
Apparently, all the real Beatles will be there.
Bring it back. As long as we're talking announcements, tonight I've got Summer Night Lights tonight at Lanark Park.
Isn't McCartney the only one left?
Backpack giveaway, school supplies giveaway. Encourage folks to come there tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow in the 3rd District, we also have movies on the green, as we do every week in the summer.
Pretty sure
The
Paul
Lion Side
McCartney.
is
Oh,
playing at
Ringo's
Florida
still
Center
alive,
Park.
so Ringo and Paul
then
McCartney.
Sunday, we've
Ringo
got
Starr, Paul McCartney, the last
getting
two.
close to the end of our concert season. ABBA, we have an ABBA cover band coming, and they are at that.
Nobody
that
cares
fun
about
starts
Ringo.
then at around 4 o'clock with some opening bands, and I think the ABBA cover band comes on after 6. So with that, I don't see any other announcements. Colleagues, are there any adjourning motions? There are. So I'd ask everyone to rise out of respect for the adjourning motions, and we will start with Mr. Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I've got two adjourning motions today, both for outstanding members of our business community. The first is Ted Brass, who is a notable face around Inglewood and South LA, especially within the real estate community, serving as a real icon. In pursuing higher education, Ted received 2 Bachelor of Science degrees in Business Administration
Rest in
and
peace,
Public
Ted.
Administration. He furthered his knowledge through numerous real estate certifications with the end goal of always delivering excellence. Ted began his real estate career at Century 21 as an investment division manager that spanned over 25 years. Through that time, at Century 21, he consistently performed in the top 1% of sales volumes nationwide. Following a stellar performance,
You're a
he
dick,
founded
Clap.
Ted Brass Real Estate Solutions in 2004.
Fucked up.
He was previous president of the Consolidated
Dang, and that's
Board of
Stinky doing that.
Realtors,
My hands are
and
right
active
here.
member of the California Association of Real Estate
Stinks,
Brokers.
why are you pushing sounds?
Ted was
Anything you hear
characterized by
from
his
here on
willingness
out,
to
that's
mentor
Stinky
many
pushing
with a
it, not me.
heartfelt advocate for fair housing.
Just to prove
As a
it,
testament to
he's
his
all
impact
over the
within
machine right
industry,
now.
Ted
That's
founded a
him.
program called Exit with Dignity that encouraged owners of foreclosures to short sale their houses rather than undergoing a long modification
Just proving it.
process.
It's, you know.
Ted's 40-plus years in the real estate industry will be remembered,
Ted's
coupled by his
Beverly
calm
Hills
demeanor and insightful advice
Steakhouse,
to novice
come
and
on
experienced owners
down.
and business owners.
Here
He was adamant
at
about promoting
Ted's,
diversity and inclusion
we
within the
want to
industry,
put our
paving
meat
the
in
way
your
for
mouth.
future brokers. On Friday, January 19th, 2024, Ted entered eternal rest with loved ones by his side. May he rest in power and in peace. Members, I have another adjournment for
Hey, who got the body behind her, though?
Ted Short. He was born and raised in Evanston, Illinois, alongside 3 siblings. At the age of 18, Ted moved to LA to pursue his college education, where he obtained
Ted was
a,
pimping. He had that
MBA,
pocket
at
square
Pepperdine.
going. Had the shirt open
Ted
with
was
the taco
incredibly
meat
passionate about
showing.
travel, fine dining,
Pimp.
and he was an avid fan of smooth jazz. One of Ted's favorite excursions was the Dave Carr Smooth Jazz.
All right, everybody.
He and his wife would book on
Definitely the
numerous
last one. You
occasions.
can almost see me.
However, Ted had deep love also for the sport of horse racing, and in fact, he owned horses.
Stinks ain't reading the comments. He's busy pulling
Following
the
his
wires
education
out so we can't
Ted
see the
was
show.
Personnel manager at Whitaker Corporation.
Fat cat.
And a administrative assistant at North American Rockwell. As a faculty member for the Claremont Colleges, he lectured on economic issues.
These are the people that have
and
passed
current
away.
events.
Tribe.
He
And
became
they're
president
honoring
of
them
Cunningham, Short,
because they were
Merriman,
friends with the
a
city in some shape, form, or
consulting
fashion.
firm, management consulting engineering firm. As a professional, Ted served as a specialist in building and maintaining relationships with various local government entities, as well as investing in the public. His achievements reflected his capabilities in collective bond issuance and financial advisory roles for the city of Compton, Inglewood, Los Angeles, Oakland, and the counties of LA and San Bernardino. Ted was a devout family man and a good citizen. He and his wife were married for more than 35 years, and they had 6 kids.
Teddy
The family
Pendergrass?
decided to settle in Arcadia, where he retired.
That's two different people,
But he will
though.
always
The
be
other
remembered as
last
a
guy
loving
was
father,
bass. This
grandfather,
guy's short.
great-grandfather, and beloved uncle. On Saturday, July 27, 2024, Ted's spirit departed
Should be
the earthly body.
Ted's
with his
Day in
family
LA?
At his side. May he rest
Can't be
in
because
power
it's
and peace.
Ecuadorian and Korean Day, Korean Independence
additional
Day.
adjourning motions.
So it can't be
Am I
Ted's
right?
Day today too. It's
Am
a
I
little
right? Mr.
little
Lee?
confusing then.
I apologize, Mr. President. This is not so much an adjourning motion, but
She already has her purse. She's ready to go.
an announcement that on this Sunday we are going to be commemorating the 25th
Inside, she's like, "Damn, shut the
anniversary
fuck up. I
of
wanna
the Jewish
get out of here
Community
already."
Center located in my district.
What are you doing to the screen,
25
Stinks?
years ago,
Yeah, let's
someone
just
unfortunately
claw the
took
screen up.
lives of people in my
Oh.
district.
Fat.
So on August 10th, 1999, North Valley JCC, located in Northridge, was
Oh.
attacked by a gunman who shot 5 people at the JCC and then killed a postal worker. This was the first mass shooting event, one of the first mass shooting events in California that rattled the local Jewish community, and that we will be commemorating this event along with the synagogues Temple Ramazion and Temple of Shalom.
All right, Aqua.
Talking about this horrific event within our district. And so just thank you for allowing me to present that this time.
Thank you. And
Fucking
I will
Doug
be there. I
Danger,
was
Cortland.
Part of the ADL back then.
He's Doug Danger.
In the Valley. And sadly remember that incident very well. And I will be joining you at that memorial. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned. Go forth, serve the city, do great work.
Do great work. Yeah, that little pep talk really got me going there, Bob. Inspired me. Really inspired me, Bob. I'm gonna go out and do great work just because you put it in that tempo, in that cadence. Well, I guess that's it. How long was it? Yeah, it's 2 hours, so it's, twice as long, but we had almost an hour of fucking knee bending and pandering so we can get that vote. Get that vote, 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 get that vote. I'm gonna start a song now called Get That Vote. Guys, we'll be live tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our normal Friday night crime wave fun. So get your popcorn and your stuff ready. Go out, get you a nice early dinner so you can come join us. And if not, I understand it's Friday night, weekends here. You're going to go out to have fun with your friends. Be safe. Have a good time. We'll see you on the next one on that side. Other than that, I'll see you family members later at 8 p.m. Thank you for the likes, the love, the thumbs ups. They work and they're free. So I appreciate them. Thank you for all the donations as well. On behalf of Stink Bomb over there, who's doing nothing, just looking pretty, and myself, we're out of here until 8 p.m. tonight. I'll see y'all.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, you guys. I'm a gang.